Okay, I'll go ahead and fire it off with this is DMRMZ or Robert. You guys can call me. Um, does anybody have any questions before we get started about their character? Let's open it up for that too, because this is kind of a session zero. If there's any questions left or anybody needs anything looked over, we can do that as well. And then also, if you need a little familiarity with Pathfinder and how turns and actions and things like that work, I can talk about that for a minute too.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good so far.
Were you able to disable the little finger thing?
That's actually done by each person. You can do it. I can try to push a lockout to you. Let's see if we can do that real quick because I did have it set earlier. I'm surprised
I mean, I
everybody's.
don't mind it. Like, I like to play with it, but I'm sure it's
Yeah,
annoying.
yeah. Here we go. I'll push this out to everybody.
I think it's under cursor hider.
Yes, it is. I'm going to try to push out a lock to everybody real quick. See if that does it. If you still see the dots moving around on your screen, you may have to actually go into the cog, which is on your right hand side, and it's the last option you have in that bar or that column. And then if you go into the top option of configure, there you'll find something called cursor hider. It'll be listed in the dialog box that opens on your left hand side. And it'll show you there always show player list or what key you have to do to enable it. And it should show that you're already kind of not seeing anybody else's dots. If you still are, that sometimes happen. Welcome to Foundry. It has cute bugs where it'll do these things. So
Yeah, mine's set, but I still see this
Yeah,
the
because
little
yeah,
dots running around.
which is
you
odd
put the
too.
lockout out. You put the lockout out, and now you can't change it.
Yeah, and it was already locked to begin with. So I'll unlock it and see if everybody can do it just on their own. Here, and you'll see the option reappear. I'll try to hide it by default and push it out to you.
Yeah, by default, I think it's Alt C.
But for those new to Foundry, the dot is a default built into the game. I do use
Oh,
mods
okay.
that actually take it out. So this isn't like a setting that in other DMs games you could actually turn around and go, "Oh, I'm seeing your cursor or something not set right." They actually have to install a module to suppress it. So
It's all right. I just think it's kind of fun.
yeah.
Oh, I need that. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kick this off. Most of you are probably familiar with your backgrounds. You are from this area. Um, for those that aren't familiar with the city of Otari, Otari is based on the island of Absalon. It's actually closest to the Starstone Citadel. It's one of the closest cities. For those that don't know very much about Galorian, unique thing about this world is that there's always massive conflicts going on. Everything from holes that went into the abyss to entire kingdoms of paladins that fall. So there's a lot of rich history to the background if you're not familiar with it. The area we're going to be playing in today is the city of Otari. Otari is a little trading town not far from this island that was risen by a god over 5,000 years ago. In this area, a lot of history and a lot of myth exists one on one. Some it's a little hard to tell which is true and which is not true. Otherwise, besides that, I also gave everybody a work in for the background in the city. You've grown up in the city of Atari for quite some time. Most of you have been in this town for at least 10 to 15 years. A few of you have your own businesses. I'll go ahead and start with characters at the top. Elysian's not here tonight, I don't believe. Griffin. Griffin, you worked primarily as a hunter in this area and did that for almost a good 5 to 8 seasons until it started to wear on your body pretty hard. Otherwise, besides that, you'll still go out and occasionally do some hunts, but there's been other rangers to take up that work, and it's not paid as well. Uh, you did get a job offer to work actually down at the bar, which you did kind of take. It was nice to go ahead and work for Belinda there. Belinda is the owner of it. She's a human that currently controls one of the largest inns in town, which is known as the Rowdy Rockfish, or the Rockfish by the locals. It's a two-story. It probably does have a basement. You're not really been in it much, but you do know some of the finer wines are there. But primarily, everybody lives in the actual inn itself. You have a few companions you've known around the town. You know of Wrath. You also know of Thedora and Belmore. They all work within town, and since you all about the same age category, you find yourselves not really drinking in the bar, but more talking and wanting to plan, because you working for Griffin, working in the bar, has only led to so much money. You couldn't make very much doing the hunting. You're making even less doing the bartending. So the itch is coming to try to do other things. And since you live in a world where constantly at this port you're seeing heroes come and heroes go, in fact this bar is constantly filled with heroes and you hear their stories, the bug is kind of in your ear. It's gotten in Thedora's ear, and it's gotten in Belmore's ear, and then also in Rath's ear as well. Since you all know one another, you're very aware of what each of you are kind of like your specialties and what you do. Belmore's been basically working on magical items up at the magic shop, which is in the north part of town. That is actually called Wyrn's Wonders. She has a nice little shop up there. She seems to be okay. You guys do know that Velmore kind of works there during the day, but he lives at the inn at night. Thedora, because of this little outbreak of a plague that took place about 5 years back, she was able to make up some poultices and some cure-alls. And the clergy down at Dawnflower Library said it was okay for her to open up a small shop, which is just right outside of it as well. So, during the day, if there's like adventuring going on, which it's been kind of quiet lately, not a lot of heroes have been staying here. It's only a pass-through. Business hasn't been really great there. Wrath, though, Wrath has a talent with making metal do the things that he'd like it to do. And because of that, and a little bit of mustering with being able to repurpose some broken parts from ships and things like that to make them into useful devices, was able to buy out an older junkyard that was in the outer skirts of the town that was known as Wolf's Heaps. And basically during the day kind of mans it, because there's always a need for a bolt for a wagon cart, or somebody's bridle just needs part of the bridle, not the whole thing. And the blacksmith they don't want to wait for the blacksmith, so they'll get the used parts primarily from Holtz. Lastly is Ellison. You're aware of him. Ellison's Elven Ranger that's been in the area for quite some time. For the last decades, kind of helped most of the local hunters. But because of the ships and the frequency of a lot of the vessels coming in, less reliance on hunting is really needed. Even in the winter time, it seems like the ships are coming in more and more lately. So hunting's been a little bit lighter. So they've come in town as well. And Elslin every once in a while will work with the guards. Primarily with Lardis, Long Saddle, and see if there's anybody that needs to actually be captured or anybody that's on the hunt. And then he's taken jobs doing that, which is basically every once in a while going out for the individual copper, silver to call upon somebody back that's tried to escape. So otherwise, that's kind of the history of the area. I'm going to move everybody to the map so you can look around a little bit. When we load in, we'll be basically right above or right at the Rocky Rockfish. Okay, Rowdy Rockfish. Primarily, this is going to be the area where everybody camps at. This will also be the place where you spend most of your evenings. You can control the game if you've not moved around in it yet. You can actually use your mouse wheel to kind of scroll out to see a larger area of the map, or scroll in or push forward to go ahead and move in. If you need to move the map around, what you'll want to do is use your outside or right mouse button, click on it, and you'll be able to then slowly move your mouse and make the entire map move for you. Okay? Otherwise, the opposite button, the actually activate button, if you hold it and drag it down, it'll first, if you just hold it down, it'll ping like you're probably seeing on the map. So this is how you ping an area. The second thing it can do is if you lightly click it, you can turn around and get a drag square where you can highlight multiple items. This is handy for if you have pets and you want to move yourself and the animal at the same time because it's like riding on your shoulder. Otherwise, besides that, I'm going to now move everybody into your actual housing. I've gone ahead and in this map, I'll go ahead and activate this for you too. Here I'm going to put everybody into a light combat that I'll roll for. What this does, it gives everybody the ability to see their character on the combat carousel. And then also, if you can't find your character, to be able to click and locate them as well. Make sure everybody can still hear me.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Listening dutifully.
Alrighty.
I'm not seeing anybody except for my character.
Yes, you're currently in a room, which is
I'm
the primary
still loading
room.
in.
Okay.
It's still loading. Okay.
Yeah, for some. Now you may have a few things on the top of your screen. You might have a quest tracker that has popped up. If you do, any of the things that float around can actually be X'd out and closed, so you don't have to see them if it is visible. The one thing you can't close out of is the actual combat tracker when it comes up. And for those that are new and have pets, your pet shares your initiative, so it never gets its own little line on the tracker. I'm going to go ahead and roll for everybody very quickly just so that we have a kind of talking order. And then what this will do is this will give everybody free time as well. So they know when it's their turn, how much time they have to prep and do things, and also familiarize you a little bit with the interface as you see things start to pop up. Some of you will have now noticed that a little clock or timer appeared up in the corner. That timer is specifically for whoever's turn it is, and it ticks down there 5 minutes. That's the way everybody gets a free chance to talk. Because since each turn is 5 minutes, when you got a game of 4 to 5 people, it's usually going to be anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes for your turn till it comes back around. So it gives you time to prep, and that way, if you kind of get that prep available, you can easily get it done in 5 minutes. But with low-level characters, it's usually easy to just talk it out in a couple minutes too. So it just stops anybody from traveling on. I think everybody's had the game where you had the person that got a hold of the microphone to talk for a minute, and it's like 20 minutes later, and they haven't even done anything with their character. They're just kind of like going down rabbit hole questioning, which we can all do. In case we don't know, there's hundreds of feats in this game. At least a dozen books, and there's a lot of gaps. So, and the best thing we can do as a group is realize that if it's a big gap, like a disagreement on a way a rule should be, that we can just take it to the Discord forums and let's give it a 5-minute rule, just like a turn. And if it takes longer than 5 minutes, I just make a quick judgment that's not standing after that game, and we talk about it in between games and vote on how we want to do rules. That's always been my philosophy as well, because we will hit gaps in the game that are a little open for interpretation on what they meant. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of you, move you out into the hallways so you can see around a bit.
I might have to turn this off and turn it back on again.
Oh, is it a Doctor Who game? That's horrible.
I know. It's totally black.
It might be because of your vision. Let me look at your character real quick. See if I can see your character.
Are you saying I'm blind?
No, you might be in a dark part of the hallway. You should have just come into a
Okay.
lit room. I think I moved your character into a lit area, which is kind of like the upstairs
Ah!
bar star area. Yes,
I was
and
flying
the
across the hall.
the carousel at the top. If you have your character, if you have control of the character, you can click on it and it'll immediately zoom you to your character.
Good.
Okay. So there is no carousel at all. There's nothing.
At the top of your screen.
There's nothing. So let me exit out and exit back.
Yeah,
in.
you might have to, and unfortunately, that's a part of Foundry too. Every
It's
once
all
in a
good.
while, it can slow down and stuff, so it's always good if you need to is just refresh the page, or log out and log back in. That can do it too.
Refresh. That's cute. Um,
Maybe completely controlled, casting shadows and darkness and line of sight.
Oh yes. For those that are new to Foundry as well, and I don't know if you've used it very much, um, but the part of the movement process you can do is if there's a wall, you can't walk through it in most of my games because I have it set up that even though it looks like a line and in other games you may be able to walk through them, in mine it won't. The other thing is your movement's tracked by the game as well. So like if you highlight your character, whatever move I've done to you right now, you'll see the back pattern that it used to move. And it'll show you that until your next turn. And it always clears it up. The other thing it's showing you too, when you do these types of movements, is you're seeing how many actions you used. And the little black diamonds, like 1, 2, and 3, are the how much did it take of your turn to do that kind of move. Okay? So it kind of helps that too, but it doesn't automatically track it for you. I do enable a few other things when it's a person's turn. Like right now, I know that it's Theo's turn. She's seeing a little chart. Now, as I move to the next character, which will be Griffin, Griffin now has a blue ring around him, which shows it's his turn if he zooms in and sees it. The other thing Griffin will notice is that there is a little black bar that if you hover over it has your name, and it has like 3 of the black diamonds and then maybe some other things in it as well.
Yeah.
Those are the reactions. This kind of lists what you have available. It's a helper until people get used to the flow of combat in Pathfinder 2 because it's unusual and it's a manual track, so it's not going to see that you did 3 on the ground or you did 3 attacks and automatically fill. And for me, it actually lets me click on your character during your turn, so I can also keep a track. So if you see them start turning red, like let's say I said you did an action right now, you probably notice it just turned red on you for the
Yep.
first one.
Yep.
It lets me tell you what I believe the action's going to take for you. And if you go, oh, I don't want to do that, well, then I can easily just back it right out. So it's not set in stone. If you need to move it because it's in your way, if you hover over it, you can actually click and drag it somewhere else you'd like it to go. And then you'll normally only ever see it on your turn. So you won't see other people's turn, so it goes away. Okay, move everybody down into here. Okay. As everybody gets down to the lower area of the bar, you're hearing a few individuals have come in off the boats. You're hearing talk about heading towards Absalon and that they're glad that the war is over. If anybody wants to get any specific information about where some of the adventures are headed to, you can feel free to do a perception check for me on your characters. I can also help by sending one directly out to the chat for everybody. The DC on this perception is 15.
I want to listen. I'm going to listen in. There we go.
All right.
Nope. It's too loud. I'm too entranced by the music in the bar.
that's the way it works.
Is Griffin working tonight, or is this his time off?
Time off right now. So I'm going to request this roll of everybody too, so you're all familiar with it. I think one person got missed, and it is... Oh, it's Tim's character. Sorry about that. Let's add you in there too.
I made it.
Okay.
I got one.
Yeah, you hear a distress coming from, or distress sound of what you think is Tildra, actually the owner of the fish market. You hear she's sitting down at the bar, and you hear it sounds like she's maybe talking to Griff, but you're hearing her go, "I can't believe it. I had 4 more crates that got openings in them. Most of the contents are gone. This isn't making any sense. I mean, the fish market's got to keep flowing, but I'm losing stock daily." And I'm not sure what to do. I tried talking to some of them other adventurers that come through. They're too busy. They're headed on to Absalon. So I'm really confused of where I can go from here. And Griff, you're kind of hearing her say that, and you know that there's been a bug in Wrath and also in Theo, and you're pretty sure too with Belmore too to go try to get your hands dirty doing something different than just menial jobs, because this 9 to 5 isn't your life. You see these heroes and you see the stuff they're packing, and you're like, I've got to start somewhere. So you're thinking, hey, maybe that's an idea. So, but you see her go, could you get me another beer? And at this point, you're kind of choosing what you would like to do.
Is this her up here?
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
just moved Griff.
What is all
It says
that?
unnamed, but you said she was at the bar.
Yeah. Let me get down there too.
Not that I have to move the token
Um,
to do the role playing, but I'm trying to get used
no,
to
no. She actually doesn't have a token in here. Only the adventurers have tokens. Um, so being one of the town people, you just see that this is actually Belinda. She actually owns the fishery. She's been there for maybe about 30 years. It's a halfling dressed in basically her leather smock. She doesn't really care too much about what everybody else thinks because she's got rainbow colored hair that comes back in double braids behind her head, and then come up kind of like almost like a headdress and fans out. It's how she keeps it out of the fish, and everybody knows she's surly, and if you get on her bad side, she will just take a flat out swing at you. She doesn't care. She's what's considered one of the guild masters of town, and the guild masters are able to control business, and they can say who can and can't sell in different areas. Like everything fish, if it goes to Absalon or etc., if it comes through this town, has to get her okay. Um, so
What
you're
was her name
turning.
again?
Her name is
Just ended.
Belinda.
Belinda.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Now Griff's turn just ended, so
But you're getting the beer, and so in Pathfinder, everybody shares the same 6 seconds in time, because that's what a round is. Okay, so everybody kind of heard that too. Now I'm just getting what their reactions are. Yours would be to probably turn around and first fill the order, because your boss is here. And then second would probably be what comes on your next turn. Okay, I'm going to move on to Wrath. You're kind of hearing this too. You've just come downstairs. You can hear the bard playing at the piano, and you can hear a little bit of faint singing as he's kind of echoing a couple of voices. You can tell he's not staying. He's one of these passer throughs that just can't keep their fingers off the instruments, kind of thing.
Yeah. I know.
And you're looking at Wrath, and Wrath has got this like really bright face. Go ahead and describe how you vision how you vision Griffin looking. So describe Griffin to Wrath, would you please? And everybody else is listening. Griffin, are you there?
oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Could you describe what your character looks like?
Oh yes. Griff is a fairly tall, 6.5 feet human. He's not very lean or sleek. He's actually a little bumpy and lumpy underneath his armor. So in a tuxedo, he would look really funny. But he is a fairly big and strong man. His movements are more smooth than his body seems to indicate. Um, uh, Other than that, just oiled chainmail, typically a sword. Um, if you buy him a mead, he'll probably tell you about how he broke his longbow recently. But he's in a bit of a financial uh, loop whereas he needs the longbow to get the bigger game, and he needs the bigger game to make enough money so that he could buy a new longbow. So he's been just trapping rabbits for his hunting skills, and that isn't making him a whole lot of money. So that's why he's behind the bar.
And Wrath, you see him, and his face is just lit up like somebody just said, "You're going to get a 100 gold piece tip." And you've always heard Wrath's dreams about killing monsters and getting that beauty of a bow. I mean, we're talking this thing is the Cadillac, you know. So, but you kind of know it's wood. And so,
Right.
Yeah.
So you're walking up to get a drink and you're just seeing his face electrified. So go ahead and go for there. If you could describe Wrath for us, that'd be great too.
Sure, yeah. He is a pretty average height, so probably about 5'9", 5'10", not much taller than that. Long black hair, no beard, bright blue eyes, a little bit of suntan skin, but otherwise he's a white guy. He's skinny, but he's not like thin. He looks like he's not very muscular. It's all very lean, but doesn't look like someone you could topple over easily either. Wears a lot of metal jewelry. Got a couple things around his neck, probably one of them would be iron nail. One of them would be like a miniature horseshoe for luck, and a couple other little things like that. Some iron jewelry, other bunch of bits of metal all over him. Not wearing armor right now, so just like a blue work shirt, kind of like a deep blue dyed wool, and like brown work trousers or slacks, I guess, and nice deerskin boots because he's paid the good money for the boots because he's gonna be on his feet all day. He's gonna have the nice boots. So yeah, he sits down at the bar and he's curious what you are so smiley about. You hear some good news?
Wrath and Griff know each other. I mean, they
Oh
don't
yeah,
on Wednesday,
you guys.
they-
No. You guys have been living in this, and that's the one thing I want to strive at the most. Most of you are in your 20s for your age, because most of you are human, and because of that, you're kind of the clique that's not the old established people. You've been in the town for about 8 years now, and some of you have your own homes, and some of you even have your own businesses. Like a good example is Wrath has his own junkyard where he does repairs on metal things or resells used ones. But you guys always know him. He's got a magic hand for metal. It does what he wants. It's like he can bend it to his will, which is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah. Like if your chainmail ever snapped or anything like that while you're out, or any little bits, that's something I would have fixed for you.
And he does it so fast, you're like, there's no way he's smithing this stuff. but you haven't really like got up in his business and asked anything about it, you know?
Yeah, like I don't have a forge, but don't worry about it.
He's got a junkyard. It's something from there.
If it works, it works.
Right.
Yeah. No, I have a shield, and every now and then it needs repairs. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably know you from that.
there you go.
Rat's a pretty friendly guy too. Like he likes making friends with people, especially people in town. He doesn't like to be lonely, so if there's people at the bar, he'll always sit down, hang out, buy somebody a drink, let somebody buy him a drink. So yeah, if you're open to that kind of socializing, then we definitely know each other. Probably pretty well at this point, yeah.
Okay, so you came downstairs and walked up, and you're getting ready to say something to Wrath because his face looks like he just got a birthday present. And at that point, we kind of segment over to Belmore. You noticed everybody went downstairs, and you could see down the steps, and you watched Wrath look his head over, and then it was like something just magnetically flipped him sideways, and he started walking towards the bar. And by knowing him, you're very sure something just really piqued his interest. And if it's piquing his interest, it's usually fairly interesting, you know. Since he's the oddball, he's got his own business, man. You know Theo, Velmore does. And you know she's really great at the poultices, but, you know, it's all this, you know, fairy, grass, tree stuff. And he's like dealing with like metal and electricity and solid items. And you're thinking about that next staff might need this unique design of a wire that goes around it. And you know for a fact that Theo is not going to provide that. But Wrath may be able to find it in that junkyard, you know?
Yeah, fine.
Oh. Metal electricity. That's good stuff. Okay, guess I gotta describe myself. I'm a tall, thin elf with black hair. I got green eyes. I'm wearing like a bloody red robe.
Cool.
Kind of looks like it's made of paper, but it's cloth. Yeah, there's what it looks like. I got a nice pair of high hard boots because do a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
get
walking. And the funny thing is, it's got a staff. Looks like a gnarled piece of oak and wood. The top broke off. It's been burnt, like scorch marks down it. There's like a blue gem in the top of it. And you guys know me well enough that it'll spark once in a while, and I'll talk to my staff. I talk to my staff,
Cool.
and I pet it. That's the top. So
I talk to the staff at the bar, but it's a whole different kind of staff.
It doesn't have the same magical effect. It's charisma based joke, but I'm Tish.
Now, I don't
Unlike
see Elmore's character in blue as I had the other two.
that's there. It's got to scroll down.
Hey, let's go down the stairs, and if you should see everybody at the bar, but let me know if
there
you
we go.
don't transition.
One thing about me is I'm tall and thin like all you other guys, but I look like I could get knocked over by a stiff wind.
Okay, so
Not
at that you get down to the bar. You're looking at Wrath, who's looking at Griffin, and you're looking at them, and they both got this really excited look on their face, a little mysterious on Wrath's eyes, but you know. And at that, we'll transfer over to Theo. Theo, you've come in to get something to drink. It's the end of the day. Not a lot of sales at the store. The store's been kind of up and down lately. You don't mind hanging with the younger humans because they're the only ones that seem to give any kind of attention whatsoever to anything going on. The others are so locked in their really, really boring traditional lives that you don't know how they're not walking dead and classified as a necromantic creature. So as you walk into the bar to go back up to your room, get cleaned up, you notice all three of the guys all have excited looks on their face. They're not looking at a female adventurer, which normally they would be doing with such, ogled eyes. They're looking at each other. So it's a weird kind. You're like, you've never seen this before with them. So it is kind of piquing your curiosity. So what do you do?
So I will probably walk up to them, and in doing so, my cat gets in the way, and I trip and I fall, which kind of spills out some potion on the floor. I'm like, damn it. I try and clean it up with my hands.
Oh, the spill. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, it happens all the time. It's okay. And I just kind of wipe it up with my cloak.
I just sit there and smirk. Like, again.
You guys see her little
It
cat
happens.
come off her shoulder and run down and run back up. You can tell that it's actually made out of what looks like pussy willow fur, and it actually, instead of having a tail, has two basically pussy willows as a tail. And you guys knowing her know it's a leshy. It's really one of her. It's her familiar, so she's really they're always in sync with each other, even if they don't think like they're in sync with each other. So.
They're just having some fun.
That's what life is.
There you go.
Oh,
Well, the
why
cat
are
goes
you
up
guys
to the
so
bar.
excited?
Well, ever the gentleman, and looking at the bar myself, even though I'm off duty, I see her fall and make a mess, so I'm going to scurry over and help her clean it up.
Oh, careful, it might be acid.
Well,
I don't know
It's
for
not.
sure.
It's not
Careful.
steaming. You look at the spill and it's kind of shiny, but not steaming. So you're sure it's not acid this time. But it does make your memory launch back to where she was trying to mix drinks and show you she could be a bartender too, and she ate a hole through the bar that didn't go over very well whatsoever.
yeah, didn't get the job either. Sorry.
Oh no.
That's why I work outside the clergy, not in the clergy.
So out of the four of us, I'm the only one who doesn't own their own business. doesn't
I don't
work.
have mounted.
No, neither does. Yeah, neither does Vel. He doesn't. Neither does Elson. He doesn't own it either. So,
I
so
still-
really,
I
it's
just
only
can't.
those two. And let's put it like this:
have
they
to.
do have their own businesses, but they do more work around town and the bar than you do. Period. It's you've had some okay times just doing the gig, helping out with Brelda. That's Brelda. You helping her out, just running the bar, acting as the night you have to act as a bouncer. She gives you an extra 50 or 5 silver pieces, so it's like great pay, and you know that like Theo and Wrath, there's been months they haven't even made 3 or 4 copper, so and that you've had to buy drinks and you get them at a discount, so it helps. That's why they're always buddy.
I stay
Well,
at my
then that's what I do is I grab a couple drinks from behind the bar, probably assisted by the barmaid who's back there as well, and I pass them out to my friends. Buying the first round.
You see
Thanks,
that?
buddy.
Yeah. You see that Belinda turns around and she's walking out. She's going by another one of the adventurers that's in the bar. She walks down by the tables over here to the side of the actual bar itself. She goes over there and she's talking to them as well, and she's getting a lot of shaking heads. They're like, call the garrison. This is a garrison job. They're not stealing your crates and they're not stealing all of the content. So,
Oh, that makes it okay. Makes it okay. Okay.
Let's go find out who's stealing stuff. Rat's like bouncing in his chair.
Have Griffin talk to her. He worked for her.
Yeah, Griffin. Go ask him.
So-
Come on.
I am trying to find out where her does she have a token on the board?
No. She's still in the bar. All you gotta do is tell me. And that's the thing. I'm not gonna make this a video game where everybody's gotta run around to the quest giver. We can just theater of the mind that portion of it.
She's
Start
got a
talking
question
to
mark
her.
above her
Right.
head.
Right.
Can't see the question mark? I see the question mark blinking. And above her.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so you can see her still. She's gonna be pandering the tables for another half hour looking for somebody. You're very sure of it.
Hey, we should go. We should sit at the table, and then when she comes over, we could act like adventurers.
Well, she's not going to come to your table because you're all regulars. She's serving the people who don't live here. Because she knows all your young butts can go over to Wrath and get your drinks on him because that's what you always do. You never, ever wave her down because she charges you full price.
I'm the broke.
Well, if
So
I
we
can
look
catch
out-
her attention just enough to talk to her, I can
Oh
get some
yeah,
more
if you wave her,
information
she'll
about
walk
this
over your way. If you guys are like waving her, you guys can meet her at one of the tables. Like point over to one of the nice little benches, like a picnic bench, and she goes and sits down on one of them. You guys do as well. She's like, yeah. She says, you're kind of interrupting my thing. I'm trying to get some momentum going here so I can get some help for the fishery. Because Tamala's going to be back, and if Tamala gets back and finds out what's going on, and at that, you hear another halfling say, Tamala, what? As you guys see this brown-haired gnome come walking in, you see that her ears are a little more pointy than normal, but she doesn't have the rainbow hair like you see on a lot of the other, or a solid, like really bright color. This one's just brown. Her skin's a little pale too. It's almost pasty white. She walks in and she's in this big leather smock. She's got her gloves through her double belt that's going around her leather smock, and she's wearing boots that literally come up past her kneecaps. And they look like they're one size too big, but they never fall off. She goes, what is it Tamala's supposed to hear about? And she's like, you notice everybody in the bar kind of stops and listens because she yells. And she waves her over, and you're seeing Belinda wave over Tamala. Tamala's coming over, and she's like, boss, I was trying to solve this before you got back, but something's been busting into the crates. I thought I could hire some people here to see what it is, give us an answer. I went to Long Saddle, and he is booked. There's a bunch of stuff going on over at the mills, and he just doesn't have the guys with the influx of traffic we had. He's got everybody on the dock and on the private shops, so nobody can look into this. So I was kind of like, I was panhandling the people here in a way to see if I could get an adventure to stay for another day. But they're not interested in 8 gold. That's like
Well, hey,
chump change
boss,
to
you,
'em.
you don't
I,
you
I,
don't need to
I'm
hire
sorry.
somebody else.
How much? How much gold?
8 gold, and you see her go 8 gold as it looks like Pamela
Hired.
kicks her right in the leg. She said 5.
I swore I heard 8.
Oh wow,
Okay.
yeah, I definitely heard 8.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, you heard 8. All right.
But she was just
Boss, you don't need to hire anybody from out of town. You got us right here. We know our way around. I'm a pretty good tracker. If it's a creature getting into the crate, I'll definitely take care of that. But if it's not, we can certainly check it out for you. Why are you
I
going
am
around town looking
literally,
for strangers?
I am literally the size to look into this.
And she laughs at that. I mean, just wholehearted chuckle. And she gives that a really deep laugh. And she's like, okay, if you guys think you can do it, why don't you prep yourselves and in the morning meet me over at the fishery right on the wharf. And I'll turn around and show you the area where we normally store the things. I need you to get there at sunup because a little bit after sunup is when I open the fishery up to all the fishmongers. And a lot of the ships that came in overnight are starting to haul in their crates to trade with other fishermen as well. So it gets really, really busy after that point. Is that okay?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I'll show you to the area. If you can figure out what's going on there, I'll give each of you 8 gold pieces. Okay?
Nice.
Ooh.
And if it's
Ah,
and if it's not like, some weird giant beetle or bug or something like that that's gotten into my stash, any more information I imagine you could probably tell Long Saddle about, or, one of the garrison guards. Maybe they'd be interested in that too. So, okay?
I was looking for a persuasion skill. There doesn't seem to be
That is
one.
diplomacy. For your characters, when you're for your characters, like let's say you highlight your character right now, and once your character has the orange bar around him, you can go to the number 1 slot in the bottom middle of your screen. It's actually even activated by your number 1. If you highlight your character and hit that, it'll bring up a dialogue box, and it shows you a kind of what this is a translator for your proficiencies. Okay, and a good example is like, you can do a climb using your strength, but you can also do climb with dexterity. So you can use this to kind of interpret how you would like to do that, and that you would use athletics for climb. Or, if you're trying to do a battle medicine, or if you're trying to do some type of knowledge skill, or jump, or leap, or something else like that. This is where you could easily access that by its name versus having to know that, well, if you want to do an athletics check, that's actually your strength check. So.
Okay, and I'm just trying to get used to the tools
Oh, yeah.
here. I see all that. I don't see now, we already got the job. She said, go ahead and look around.
Right.
So I don't need to make the roll, but I'm looking for diplomacy, and it's not in this view.
It's under the top. You've got that looks like a hand. It's one of the symbols. Top of your character sheet.
Yes,
You
I
can
saw
get
it
it.
on the
Yeah, if you don't find it in the short sheet that you bring up with number 1, then when you open your character, all your proficiencies are in that blue bar underneath your name. So you go name, it'll say hero points, and it'll say character. And then if you go over to what looks like the hand in a circle, that is your proficiencies. If you click on that, that shows you your diplomacy there as well, and what your train rank is. And then the dice next to it is a way for you to roll.
Okay, if I pull up my character sheet and I pull up diplomacy that's under initiatives.
No, you don't have to do it under initiative. Where you'd go is, let me give you a little more instruction on Foundry. With your character open, you have the ribbon on your left-hand side, which is your initiatives, perceptions, and some quick information, like your armor class and hit points. Now, when you come over into the white dialogue area of your tab, that's where you'll see your human ancestry and stuff. Right above the word medium, you will see that there is a little it looks like a postcard inside of a circle. That shows you, in the fact that it's red, that that's where you're currently at. So like if you wanted to do your attacks, you would go the next one over. And it says actions. And if you click on it, that click being an activator or a left mouse button, then you'll see your long swords and your weapons. Following through with those, if you get all the way down to the fifth one, which will be proficiencies, and it's your, or sixth one, sorry, and it's your hand, inside there you'll see diplomacy. And any of your other skills that came from your background or any selections you make when you go up level. Okay?
And there it is. Did that come up on your
Yep.
screen as well?
Yes, it did.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get a handle on this stuff.
Oh yeah. No. And then let me. And while you're on that screen with diplomacy, I'd like to explain something that's different from other versions of the game, and even to newer players they don't realize. You'll see the words trained, and then later on, as you go up ranks, you'll be able to choose to make them go to expert, mastery, or legendary. These are really important because each one gives you a basic almost +2 to the roll. So like at trained you get a +2, and at expert you'll get the 4, and then it goes up to 8 and 10. Think of these as the things I'm going to say you need at least that ability level. Like let's say I needed somebody to turn around and disable a lock and do some thievery work. I could say that this lock is so complicated that only an expert gets a shot. So even if you had things that give you a bunch of bonuses, like up to 10 or 11 or whatever it might be, you're still denied that roll because the lock is above your skill. When you get to that skill, you could come back and try that lock again. And when you get to things like legendary, you can think of the legendary things like a good example would be your acrobatics. Let's say you did something like that, or even athletics. You could see a bridge collapsing and falling into a 1,000-foot chasm and ask the DM, I have legendary athletics. Can I run and jump off the falling blocks and make it to the other side? Because it's beyond my jump, but not beyond me doing 3 moves. And I would turn around and say, well, your skill's legendary? Absolutely. Because with legendary athletics and legendary other abilities, they break the boundary of the kind of game and give the player the storytelling option to ask the DM to say, hey, can I do this? And actually have a way of me saying, I'll give you a roll to do that. So another good example is maybe epic acrobatics or athletics would allow you to swim up a waterfall. You know,
Right.
Stuff like that. I want to land on the head of somebody's sword from a somersault, you know, kind of thing. So that's where these levels of mastery come in, just so you know. And as you go up levels, these will rank up with you as well. They're called a skill increase. And what that means is if you get a skill increase for your level, you can choose which one of the ones you're trained in to take them to the higher level, or take an untrained one and level it up to trained. Okay?
Okay, yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. And
There's so many buttons.
yeah, you're and you turn around and you say to her, well, yeah. We'll be there for it. We'll be and you start stuttering a little bit on it and just stammering because you were hoping to try to needle something else out of her, but you know nerves got to the best of you, you know. And
Yeah, and I rolled pretty badly.
and she's like, "You're not drinking to Belinda." She said, "You're coming back with me." And you see them turn around and they get up and leave.
No fun for them.
Oh yeah, no fun.
But that's okay. We can have fun before we go out and go get paid tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and you can just hear this tongue lashing, even though the door's closed to the bar. You're hearing Tamerlane just screaming at Belinda. You didn't wait to tell me. You told everybody else in town.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
So you imagine at some point one gnome's probably going to grab the other gnome's ear and start tugging real hard. That's what you've seen these gnomes in town do. When it gets down to fighting words, it's ear tugging.
Oh no. Violent gnomes.
Okay,
All right.
at that, you guys decide to kind of sit around and talk and do any preparations. You know now, you're going to be going to an area that's close to the water. You're going to be going in an underground kind of root cellar / warehouse area that the fish market uses. So it's one of these older buildings that's been here in Otari for literally probably over 100 years. So, and a lot of you kind of know the background of of the area. Whoever has a society and is trained in society can give me a roll.
Oh, I can do that.
You go.
Cultured.
Oh,
Nice.
snap.
Good
So,
Yeah.
roll.
you've heard part of the reason that Velmore came here over a couple of steep beers one night is that there was like this really badass group of heroes that came to this area before all the other heroes started coming through. It's part of what draws them. And that there was this really massively powerful villain in the remnants of the lighthouse that overlooks this area. And this lighthouse has been in ruins for over about 100 years or more. But it was said that there was a lot of powerful wizards and an adventuring party had to go in and literally stop some great evil, and they destroyed it, and when they destroyed it, it destroyed the lighthouse. And that it hasn't really been repaired because the magic they used kind of tainted the area and tainted it to where the wildlife don't even like to hunt around there. A few of you have been out hunting and know if it gets close to what they call the Goss light, there is no way in shape and form that those animals will even go there. So if you see an animal there, then it's sick or it's dying. So it's a really taboo area. But you've heard him say, oh, there's all kinds of spells I bet locked down in there. A wizard blew up a tower. I want the blow up tower spell. You guys remember from the rest of the night he was going, I'm doing the blow up tower spell. And you just couldn't get him to freaking shut up. So all of you are aware of the hero status of this area, but now this is kind of like, for lack of a better terms, it's become this port village that people, like, I've been at sea and I have to change ships for some reason, so I'm stuck here overnight at best. And that's literally the truth, because a lot of the larger ships sail into this area. And you're in the middle of a sea. I don't want to make this I don't want to understate this in any way, shape, or form. I'll give another society check for anybody that has it trained to know of the stories of this place. Got it too. Okay.
Nice.
So you know that this island that you're in is actually a large crater. The way the history kind of goes that you've heard it from the different camp colleges that you served at to learn your magic, you know that this crater was created by a creature that was fighting against a race of gods that used to live on this planet. And they literally called something out of the sky to slam into their capital city of these humanoid gods. And this monstrous god race, in one blow, destroyed their city and left this crater. It blackened the sky, and they call it the times of darkness. It's a big historical fact. All the wizards know this happened. The people have, it's thousands of years ago. Now it's a wives' tale. But from the literature you've read, it was very serious. In fact, it caused a destruction of an entire race, and it damaged several elven races too. So you're very aware of it, and your history's a little longer, being obviously a longer-lived race. The other thing you know about it is this island you're currently on. About 1,000 years after this race of gods was destroyed, the last one of their people, a god by the name of Erodin, actually saw fit to take the ruins of his city, and he plunged into the water the way the myth goes. And when he rose out a stone and proclaimed any mortal who could make their way to this stone themselves could become a god. And when he moved his hand down, underneath it grew a citadel, and to the citadel grew an island. And you're literally from that building in history about 150 miles away. Now, it doesn't change the fact that the place smells like fish. But that's the history you know. And you want to get there, but you've heard for every 1,000 guy that's gotten to try to do that test to become a god, 999 of them have never made it out, maybe even 1,000. The last one to be heard of that did was this drunkard that used to be around the city of Absalom by the name of Caden. And it said his drunk butt fell into there, and his drunk butt became the god of inebriation. And you will find him in your list. And that is his background canon to this world. So you can take that to any Pathfinder game. That is not just my storytelling. So, there's a lot of... you know there's a lot of history here, so you know you're kind of getting that flash from him. But that's the reason why you're on an island and the history of your island. These things have been imparted to you by Vel over the last 2-3 years of him getting drunk. Because you know if he gets really buzzed, he'll go on this Ken Burns kind of description of what happened in the past that he knows of, and the cranium starts pumping so hard the beer has to get heavier and heavier to lift. So
Well, after that wonderful story and me being totally uneducated, missing half of it, I'm like, you know what? We can go after some giant rats that are eating up the seafood, but I'm really not ready to be a god, or to fight a god. So let's try to keep our adventure at a more ground level.
you're telling that to the wizard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want a new bow. I mean, come on, guys.
I guess it's important to have reasonable goals.
Well, and that's kind of the thing about it. You got all this grandiose history, but it doesn't change the fact you're smelling the rotten fish right now.
Right.
And
This is
the
just
walls
part of
aren't as
our
clean as they
plan.
could be. They haven't seen probably a rag in a decade.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut the role play here. You guys kind of talk amongst each other and agree that you're going to do it in the morning. At this point, I'm going to move to explaining how camping works in my game for those that have never played before. In your actor area of your game, I'll pause it for a second. In your actor area, which is over on the right-hand side of the screen, in that column of buttons that kind of flow down, you'll notice from the top, usually about 3 down, is let's see if it's 3 on yours. Yeah, 3 down on your screen. If you click on it, you'll see it opens up and it shows you a red bar that says party. And then it has everybody listed in that party. This actually gives you some control over the things and to see what your group's actually doing and what they think they should be doing. And the reason I say that is if you look at the top, you'll see that there's 2 things. There's what looks like the open folder, and then there's another little thing that says open sheet. If you click on that or activate it, it'll open up a sheet for you. It might take it a second to load. This is your first time loading
Mine
in and
went
playing.
right to eating. Are you trying to tell me something?
No. You click. Okay, that's the thing that can be easy to mistake. On the left-hand side of that red bar is a open folder and a document, and it says open sheet. On the right-hand side is a small tent and what looks like a little castle. You don't want to click either of those. You want to click the little rectangle right in front of the party. When that opens up, you should see something that looks like a green dialogue or a dialogue box with a green bar at the top, and it says the party with your little emblem, your flag. And then underneath that, you'll see something that says overview, exploration, and stash. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you see it, this is your way of not having to ask. A lot of times people will be like, okay, we need somebody here to turn around and figure or to be able to handle diving through this area and avoiding all these flames. Well, you can know that doing something like that's normally a saving throw or a reflex save. This gives you a shortcut to look and say, I know the guy that I've been traveling with. I know he can handle either taking a poison or he's so acrobatic he could dodge over things like that, or they're so slow they're going to trip and fall on their feet, just stepping forward. And this gives you an easy way. The first one, the overview, will show you the party and its languages, because that party language button is blue. And it'll tell you all the languages everybody speaks. And if you're missing one, when I go to text you something, you'll know because it'll look like gibberish in the chat to you. The next is the party skills. Kind of lets you know where the high skills are for the group if you just want to do a group roll versus me turning around and saying, hey, everybody go ahead and do an athletics check for me. You could come here and do that for yourself. And then if I had any specific recalls, it lists whoever has the highest in here as well. So like if I tried to do the highest arcana, if you hover over that, you'll turn around and see just leaving your mouse pointer over if you have the blue button that says recall knowledge selected. If you hover over arcana, you'll notice it says everybody's bonuses listed down for you to see.
Cool.
The second thing on this is the word exploration. Exploration is the things that happen when you're traveling to an area to do an encounter. Encounter has its own activities, and that's what you see normally in your character when you open it up and you see where your sword attacks are. They're your encounter activities. In this one, you could turn around and select, say, hit the plus bar, or go into your character, which is usually the easier way to do, and select your character's actions, which is the diamond. When that comes up, you'll notice you have exploration listed here as well. Those two exploration are the same thing. For an example, I'm accessing Griffins right now, and I'll see an exploration. He's going to browse an activity, and we're going to say he's going to want to, just for hoot and hollers, he's going to try to blend in. Okay? If he chooses to do blend in, he would click on the word active, which makes it active, moves it up to the top. And if you now look over to that character window where it says the party, and you got that little sheet open, you'll know it automatically says he's blended in there as well. So you can know who's doing what activities too. That way, if somebody needs to be doing a search or wants to keep recasting spells, they can do that. Okay? And the last and best thing is the stash. I'll back on that party sheet. If you click on the word stash, this is where you can dump your treasure and you all get to carry the load. But no one has it in their inventory. Does that make sense? So we'll consider this Pathfinder's way of stopping party fights on saying, I have something, but I asked you to hold it on for me. So kind of look at it that way. So if you get gear or anything else like that, you can tell me as the DM, hey, would you put that in stash? And it also, from stash here, gives me a way of selling everything in your stash so that you guys just get the gold if that's what you want. Okay? All right. That kind of explains.
I'm going to remember where all of that is. But...
No, but I'll bring that up because I'll bring that up and show that to you. So, like, a good example, if everybody closed it, I can turn around and I can tell you to either, hey, open it or hit your letter P. And if you hit the letter P, that should open it as well.
No, I just broke it.
It's all right.
Oh, no.
The next thing I want to have you look at too is if you go across from the party and go to the tent, if you click on that, the tent is the camping interface that I use. And I will open that up and share that to everybody so you know. What this is I'm going to add everybody's characters in here. This is the interface that you'll use outside when you're traveling across lands, or if you have to kind of make camp in a dungeon. It gives you the ability, for one, to use your skills, like whoever has that greatest ability to survive, for survival skill, to turn around and find you a camp. And if they find you a camp with their roll and they get successes or critical successes, it gives you more time during your camping because it's such a good, safe camp that you have, for one, less encounters, and two, you also have more times to do activities. Because when everybody goes to sleep, they take their armor off if you wear it. And when you want to put your armor back on, in the game right now, it takes 1 minute for light and medium armor and 5 minutes for heavy armors. And in combat, that means it's 10 rounds or it's 50 rounds for you to get armor on. Until then, you've just got your skinnies and how fast you are to really protect you. And hopefully you can grab your shield. So, and that's kind of how that works. The other thing it gives you too is bonuses and the abilities for you to camp meals. We're not going to do this because you're in town. But if we do use it, that's the interface I'll use to help you. I'll also turn around and let you know. I'll say, hey, I'm getting ready to transition today. Prepare any abilities you need to. Because I'm going to be doing the night. So that's your cue to say, hey, you can do rested and redo any of your abilities if you need to the next morning. Okay? And that's what I'm saying right now. I'm saying I'm going to pass by the night unless there's more role-play and talking that you'd like to do with each other about the coming quest, or maybe you need to synergize on any tactics you want to use, knowing the parameters, by water, underground, if you need to change out any spells, because some of you may have prepared spells, which means you can switch out the other ones too, if you needed to access those.
Well, chatting with my comrades here, I'm the only one wearing metal armor. Is that true?
Yep.
I believe
Okay.
so, yeah.
I'm going to think if we're talking about an aquatic adventure.
No, you think it's more of a dungeon. You're just going to be going into a building and maybe its basement and whatever's there, which kind of qualifies as a dungeon. Hopefully there shouldn't be any water, but you're close to water, so
This is
Yeah.
dockside. It's not
Yes.
on a ship.
right.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
And-
good.
And I will move all of you out here so you can actually see where I'm speaking of. Let me know when you've loaded.
Yep.
Everybody load okay? For
Yeah.
Theo and Val.
I'm waiting for my computer to come back up because I didn't have it plugged into my laptop. Said your batteries though, you might want to.
Okay. Well, I'll move everybody else so they can see exactly where it's at. And it's Fish Street, and the building I'm pinging right now is the open fish market. So. So your group is
There it is.
literally, and this map is accurate for scale. So if you have your guy highlighted and you use the tool, you should see that it is dragging your ruler out around 300 feet away.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which also lets you calculate moves if you got to do a bunch of running in case, like somebody says, hey, town's on fire and you got to grab buckets. You can do 25 for your standard move 3 times around, 75. So it's going to take you a while to get there. It's not going to be instantaneous, but it would be within a minute, right? So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and rest the group. After I do that, you can prepare your spells if you like.
Well, that's good because that was exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm so tired from all the excitement.
Just don't burn any acid holes in the bottom of the boat.
Boat. We're getting on the boat. Oh no.
No. No boats.
No
Okay. I will move the party token. You all have control over this flag. And I want to kind of explain what the flag is. I'm going to move it out real quick so I have a little more room possibly for everybody to see. But this is your party token, and I'll use it when you come into a map, and then I'll just pop it out, and it randomly does placement on top of the token for everybody. Sometimes they'll pop out in different directions if it's within a 5-foot range. Since this map uses, I believe, a 10-foot scale, or maybe even higher, it puts everybody on top of that actual flag. So we can see all the characters there, and then as soon as I'm ready to move you through the area, I may just draw the tokens back in. Okay?
Cool. Okay.
And that way you still have vision. Everybody should be able to see. If you can't, let me know. But this is the way I'll control where the party's at in town. If you need to break off and do other things, that's cool. Just let me know. I will break open the party icon and let everybody go off and do their own things. But as for right now, since you're doing the job, you guys are going to be coming over. You're going to be going by what's known as the Crooks Nooks. Okay, as you're walking by, 30 seconds on the Crooks Nooks. It is this bridge kind of bar and inn. It's not as good as the Rockfish. Doesn't have the second story. Doesn't have the cool band area. It does have a hidden fight room you've heard about. Never seen. But it also's got trapdoors that go directly down to the seaside for fishermen. So some of the fishermen come up the backside of the bridge through the scaffolding. So this place always reeks of really rotten fish. But it still does get some of the more spicier clientele. And there's so many drunks that come out of that bar when all the ships are, or the wharfs completely filled. So, all right.
Yeah.
2 cents on it.
That's
Okay.
the family bar.
Yeah.
Auntie Y owns that one.
And then you guys will come down over here to Fisher Street. You guys get here, it's bright and early in the morning. You see nobody's around. You guys kind of hang out. A few of you are tossing stones off to the sand. A couple of you are kind of like looking at grass. kind of kicking the street a little bit. As you see Tamala come walking down the street, her brown hair and very pale white face looking directly at you. Her smock's all cleaned and oiled for the day. She's wearing the gloves that go up to her elbows. And that's the unique thing about Tamala. You can always tell her because she is a halfling, which looks like a hobbit, but with smaller feet. And her boots are always more, and clothing are all men's size, because her size is only about 3.5 feet tall. So she's around the size of a 10 to an 11-year-old and has that same kind of build. But she wears gloves that look like they're for a 6'9" guy, and boots that should be on a 6'9" guy. So really awkward in all the proportions on her gear. She comes walking up. You see this big old keyring on her side. You guys kind of walk around the wharf area. You see all the doors are folded down and bars to them with a big old rusty jailer's lock on it. That's where she closes all the sides, because what happens is she has a couple other guys come and they help her actually lift up the walls so everybody can go into the fish market. And then inside there's the open crates and things like that. Every once in a while, the Dawnflower will send, or sometimes up there at the Mistress Velaris, who actually controls the Wind's Wonders, she'll every once in a while send a mage down there to keep some of the fish cold. He'll keep doing like these little frost beams on it and stuff. He'll walk around and every few minutes hit one and then walk away. You've wondered and poked at Vel a couple times if he's going to get that job. Is that a promotion? It is the funniest thing to talk about over a beer. I guess, are you going to be promoted from writing on little pieces of paper to shooting blue beams into dead fish crates?
That's not fun. That's not funny. Not funny at all.
But you get there and
A little bit funny.
she undoes the padlocks and shows you into the shop and says, okay, let me lead you back here. She takes you through her main room into the back of her offices. Now, her offices are actually on the actual road itself. So you've come up from the backside, and you're up or you're down about a story, but that would be the basement level because you've come up the side of the cliff there onto the beach. And as you come to there, you notice that it turns into more formal stone. It's actually pretty nice looking. A few of you think it could be exotic, like even Dwarven made it. You're not really sure. But she takes you through the offices where she keeps, it looks like a large lockbox. You notice there's this huge bookshelf at the back of it. She turns around and pulls on the bookshelf and rolls it sideways and shows you a stairway going down. She says, this is where I keep most of the inventory. This hallway is 10 foot wide by 10 foot high, and it is a slow slope. But the stone stairs are really narrow, and you can see a groove where it looks like maybe every once in a while wheels kind of roll up and down the stairs themselves. So they're meant more to be a ramp than really stairs, but they do give you a little grip.
Okay.
As you begin going down there,
Oh boy.
you guys go down the steps and come to what looks like a heavy wooden floor with rolling logs. These logs kind of help it move when it's rolling, or when they're sliding crates. So they can slide them over the wood easier than they can the stone. It's less wear and tear on the wooden crates. So at this point, I'm going to break you guys out of the party token and move you into the room.
Great. Step to here so other people can.
I feel like we're in a horror movie.
Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, I'll move everybody into the room.
Is it poorly lit because of a feature of?
No, because they didn't light it. Now, if you brought torches, or did anybody buy a torch?
I have a lantern.
But I'm
Okay.
gonna do-
If you go to your lantern, you should have the item in your backpack.
Yeah, inventory.
Lantern bullseye?
I have a torch. Yes,
yeah.
good.
Yes.
Got it right here. And change
Oh,
carry,
light spell.
edit
Nice.
item, or delete item.
In case
if
you're pulling
you-
out your lanterns, I
Well,
just cast light on my staff. Poof.
yeah. Well, that in case you guys get separated though. So, and I'm going to show him how to do this too. On your lantern, as you see the bullseye lantern, if you look directly across from it, as you're going towards what looks like a little garbage can and maybe another little symbol, you'll
Trash
see this
can,
change carry type. If you change to hold in one hand, that puts it in your hand. Now, if you go over to your actions, oop, I got to make it ready. My bad here.
Disappeared.
It should have come up to your bullseye lantern.
Holy cow, I think I accidentally hit the trash can. It just disappeared. I'll get a torch. There we go.
Okay. Now, if you come back over to your actions, where you do your attacks at, the diamond at the top, do you see underneath the word encounter, torch is lit? If you click that button, it makes your token actually emanate light wherever you go because you're carrying the torch in your hand.
Yes, and the torch actually showed up.
Yeah. So you know you have it lit, and then as you move into the room, you have your own light sources traveling with you.
Gotcha.
And your line of sight will show you the shadows and things you can't shoot through. Okay? So with that, I'm going to kind of put everybody into a combat role once again.
Oh boy.
I'm going to remove the prior combat. This time, the reason for this, it'll actually let you do your initiatives when I call for it. And you'll be able to roll your own dice. In my game, you can eventually, at any time actually during our campaign, you can go in and change your settings for your dice. It's called Dice So Nice under your configuration settings. And you can change your dice to look like anything. Like here's an example. Here's my dice. I just rolled a 12-sided dice. So,
Oh, cool.
and so there's a lot of options for your 3D dice. Okay. All right. As you come in, you can see that you've come into a lower level of a storage area. There's a lot of these barrels sitting around, and you can just smell the fish inside there. There are smoked and salted fish, and you can just it's permeating this fishy smell. If you guys couldn't tolerate it, you know, let me put it like this: you really can't tolerate it. It's part of the reason you want to be adventurers. It's kind of overwhelming, but you can also see what looks like rubble on the ground as well. As you look around the area, the ceilings are 10 feet tall. This is all this really fancy brick reinforced by heavy wooden beams. You can see in front of you is a couple rows of barrows. They go about 2 high up to the ceiling. And you can see that they are bound in steel and that they are actually sealed. What you can also see is in this area that I'm going to ping at, you can see what looks like debris that is from maybe a wall that's collapsed, maybe a rainstorm, something like that came off, or just this old building. So at this point, I'm going to start you guys on turns and ask you what you're doing. If you'll roll initiative, now you can roll initiative 2 ways. If you look up at your character, you'll notice there's a dice in the middle of their image. And that'll allow you to roll from there, or you can go to your character and click roll initiative, and it'll do the same thing. It'll populate our combat.
There it is.
Yeah, but you got to do some more selecting here.
Uh-oh.
See, mine says initiative diplomacy at this point because I was playing around with that.
Okay, then all you have to do is click that downward arrow and move it back up to perception.
I broke it again.
How'd you break it? How can I help?
It's black. It's totally black again.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
You might just have to refresh your screen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's not a good perception. And now, are you seeing all these rolls in some log somewhere?
Absolutely. You can see them too. What you can do is if you click on the 2 bubbles, like the 2 thought bubbles or chat bubbles at the top of that column of activities you have or actions you have on the right hand side, you'll see your rolls are displayed there.
There you go.
Now, sometimes I will do things that you guys aren't aware of, and because of that, you'll see the roll come in looking like this, and it's not anything broken to your screen. You, yep.
Oh no.
Secret roll, and you'll see question marks fly all over it. So, what did I roll? What did I roll? That's your way of knowing if you're used to playing at a table where the DM was rolling dice and you didn't really know what he was rolling those dice for, right? Is it well or woe? Never know, right? Okay, we'll wait for Theo to get back in. If we need, we've been playing for a little over an hour. If we need to take a break, we can do that while somebody loads in an interface. Anytime that happens, it's usually a good time for a bio break or to grab a drink if you need one. So I'll pop up a 5-minute break real quick.
Okay.
How long do we feel that we'll be playing to?
My sessions are scheduled between 3 and 5 hours. Tonight being a session 0, I really only keep those at 3 so that people aren't overloaded by all the information you could possibly get. So I figured that's usually the good. So the cutoff for me will be around, if you're Central United States, 9 o'clock. If you're East Coast, you're going to be at 10 o'clock. And if you're West Coast or Mountain, you're going to be about 1 to 2 hours lower than that. So it'll be closer to like 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock, depending on where you're at in the world. So if you're outside of the U.S., then I'm using Central Standard Time, and the start playing should be read accurately for what time the game runs for you in your local area.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a cup of tea while we have this short break.
There we go. Any of you guys still online?
Yeah, I'm still here. I've got everything I need still, so I'm just chilling.
All right. Look, Griff has a expert perception being a hunter, but he rolled really crappy.
Oh,
He's got no wisdom.
No,
That's,
yeah, exactly. He's distracted. He doesn't like the smell.
At least you got metal armor. You have an armor class, I should say.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, Griff will be the tank. Block the arrows. Just if you have to fire a projectile, do it over his shoulder,
I am back.
not into the back of the skull.
I don't think anybody can because you're too damn tall. You want me to shoot over
Yeah, well,
six,
there you go.
6.5 foot tall human?
Yep.
Okay,
You are a wall.
looks like everybody's back. That was quick. Did you get back in, Kitty?
I think so.
Do you see the screen and it's not black to you anymore?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That
Excellent.
doesn't mean I didn't break it yet.
I understand.
Just saying.
So at this, it's actually, I'm going to start the counter turns for everybody to kind of look around.
Okay.
We're going to start with Wrath. You're up first.
oh boy. Okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and start heading deeper into this place. See if we can find out what the hell's crawling around down here.
Well, if you like, you can turn around and make another perception check.
I would like to do that. Here we go. Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Good job.
Oh, yeah. You move up and look just around a little bit of the area, and you notice that by... I will move your character for you. You move over here, and you notice that not only is there pieces of fish in this area over here, dried fish, but there's also what looks like the remnants of some type of creature. I will send you a knowledge nature request. The DC is going to be built into it. And now you should notice in chat it says knowledge nature to wrath, and you have a little dice there you can click on to roll.
I'm so glad I'm trained in this. Oh, I didn't roll very good though. I got a 10. It's not good enough.
You're not really sure what that creature is, but maybe you can let somebody else know. But you are aware. You can see now in the wall are scratch and gnaw marks, and the gnaws are like an inch wide or more. So if it's got a claw, its fingernail's an inch wide, and it's digging through the wall. Yeah, that in and of itself's a little unsettling.
Yeah. I call attention to it to everybody else. Like, I have found this weird creature thing. Does somebody know what it is? It's got big old claws.
I can poke it with a stick.
Ain't gold ain't enough. We gotta go, guys. Nope, pause. We're good. I'm more
Stand
paper.
back. I can do science.
And could I have Theo roll their initiative, please? So if you'll click on your dice. That way I know where you're at in the turn, too.
Oh, I thought it was in the thingy.
It was an older one, but I removed it so everybody could roll their own initiatives for this.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Oh, pink, nice.
Okay. So that was... I'm going to back up because the beginning of the round should be Vel. Vel, what are you doing? You hear the same thing. I don't know what this is.
Oh. You did. Okay. Why did that move it?
Is it letting you move?
Let me move my.
Oh,
I
it's
got a
because
little
you're stuck on the thing. I'll put you up here so you're able to come around.
Yeah, there's this weird thing on the ground.
I don't know why I'm stuck with that little hand.
Not sure.
Wait, let me check my change. No. Open control.
Shouldn't the light on your staff be changing some of the lighting on the map?
It does when I move, but I can't move.
It's probably because you have a character blocking you.
It's
Where
a
would you
tight squeeze in
ping
here.
where you'd like to move, and I'll move your character. Is it like here?
Sure, I'll go up there to see what he was talking about.
Okay. I will send you a knowledge of nature as well.
No.
Good luck.
I don't know anything about nature. If it has to be trained, I can't roll it. I am not trained.
No, this isn't trained.
Believe in you.
Heart of the cards. Heart of the cards.
I got a better bonus than the other guy.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. 21. You made it. Oh, man. Okay. So, unfortunately, living at the inn, you've encountered mice. So you know what mice sign looks like. It's these little itty-bitty pebbles, little dots of things in corners and stuff, and it's disgusting because you know it's their poo. These are the size of what looks like two fists put together. And we're talking two of Griffin's fists, not Theo's fist. Theo's fist would be like, oh man, that's the size of maybe a softball. We're talking a couple of those big softballs put together. But it is definitely rodent poo.
Lovely.
Great.
So,
Giant.
so we're talking
big
russuses, yes.
Big.
Rodents of unusual size, yes.
Yeah. These are some big.
I
Big
just
rodents.
no fire swamp. You don't got to worry about that. But there are some of those russuses here. There you go.
If that's the case, well then.
At that, realizing that, you know those creatures. Hold on a second now. I'm going to send you another roll too. This is a perception check.
Oh, great. I'm pretty good at perception. Well, a 1 now. Oh no.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you saw well.
My elven eyes do a C. couple of them looking back at me.
I will. One second, please. Here we go. You see something moving amongst the rocks in this area. I'll call its
No.
attention with a ping. So for
No.
those of you who have line of sight, you will see there is something right there.
Oh god, it's scuttling.
Yeah, it's big scuttling too. Now, Vel, I have to explain what you see. You see a rodent that stands as big as a pit bull. It has a 3.5 foot long tail, and its face is just covered with all kinds of grossities. We're talking little pustules and all this other kind of gory stuff. So you can tell it's a gross disease infected rodent, maybe.
Ew.
But the thing is the damage is about here. It seems like it's awful odd if one of those could do it, and you're pretty sure with what you saw, there's more than one. So now at this point, if you'd like to move, you can go ahead and move. Because I did hold your turn up. Are you wanting to move back over to behind the column?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, that are behind Wrath right there. Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And we'll end your turn there. Wrath, you had already done a turn because you discovered it. And I'm going to move over to Theo.
There's a big dog looking thing up there.
Yeah.
Dog, no.
And if you can see Theo, I should be drawing your attention to it right here. And in your vision, you'll see its butt. That's definitely giant Russus's butt.
Okay. I have a staff. Can I poke it?
Well, it's 15 to 20 feet away. With
What if I go
magic,
up
maybe.
there? Can I just...
Yes, you can just move over there. There you go. Do you
Okay.
see it now?
Yep.
You see this thing and it turns around and starts hissing at you.
Can my cat hiss back at him?
Oh, wrong thing.
Nope, that's not me.
Whoa!
No.
Greetings, everyone.
Yeah, no. It was this thing I wanted you to all be able to see so you know what you're fighting.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
Thanks. Got large fangs.
Yeah, so you go ahead. You can now target him if you want. And when you target him, any of your spells or attacks will...
Okay.
Kill it.
Kill it.
I'm gonna poke it.
Oh.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, smack.
Poke it with my stick.
You'll notice in chat, if you have the double bubbles open, you'll see that you did get your hit. And you'll also notice underneath your hit is the word damage or critical. Those are what you'll use if you get a successful strike or a successful critical strike.
Okay. So damage.
Mm-hmm. And for those who aren't familiar with that chat that just came up, if you look at what it states, it says melee staff. That's what they use. You'll also notice underneath their name, the target is a giant rat. And then you'll also see the result, which it'll tell you blue hit, and it'll give you green for criticals and things of that ilk. Okay? Ooh, I'll give it the damage. And since the chat acts as our kind of like log of things that take place in the game, you'll notice it also shows the damage was given to the rat as well. Okay, so you did a move and a strike. Now you have another action you can do. So you could strike with the staff again or cast a one-action spell if you like as well.
Well, keep up with what works. I'm gonna hit it again.
Maybe.
Oh, bummer.
Okay, and at that, you've done all of your actions.
Yep.
And you should also see that your tracker to the side shows all three are gone there, but you do still have your reaction. So if there's something you can do, like a reactive spell or activity that's one of your feats, you'll be able to turn around and do that. Okay. And I'll move on from your turn since there's no more for you to do. Okay, X card. Somebody would like me to stop the fight?
No, I'm trying to click to get my.
Okay, I'll go ahead and close that. For safety reasons, for anybody that if I hit an area that maybe wasn't covered in the RPG checklist, I do have enabled on the side where you see the person or token on the left-hand side. If you go down from there, you will find that there are the X and O cards. It looks like a question mark in a chat bubble. And if you click on that, it'll give you the things to say, hey, can we fade to black on that topic? I don't, it's not fun to me. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And it's just a way of being respectful of everybody's likes and dislikes. So, because we're all here to have fun, and nobody wants to feel like it's not fun. Okay, so I will give an extra 20 seconds back to Griffin. Griffin, it's your turn. You saw Theo, little as she is. She's not even the size of that thing. Go run up there and just, you heard it crack. You heard the smack off against it. You heard it just roar.
The pillar is right in my way, and I can't really see what was going on back there.
You can choose to move by Wrath and go up in the passage on the other side of it, or you could.
I get over the barrel?
Yes, you can do an athletics check. I will send that to you. This will be an athletics check, and if you make higher than this, you're able to use a normal move to get over the barrels. If you blow the roll, like you're not as high, you're under that roll, then it only costs you double move for their space, which would be 20 feet. So you'll only get to the other side in one action, versus getting to the other side is part of a normal action. Okay, and here you go. You should see that now come to you in chat, and it says Griffin. An athletics check. The dice by it is all you have to click on, and it'll roll for you.
Where did it go? I do not see that.
It's in the double bubble chat. So if you go to the right-hand side of the screen, at the top of the column is the bubble bubbles.
The timer is on top of my button. So
okay.
The first 3 buttons I can't see.
Okay, that timer that's up there.
You can grab it.
Yeah, the dark gray bar at the top, where you get like the finger, you can then turn around and just hold down your active button,
Got it.
and it'll turn around and move it out of the way for you.
Okay, sorry about that.
Nope, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, there's the athletics check. Oh, there it is. I had to roll down a little bit more. And I think I got it.
Yep, it's rolling it now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I hop over that barrel.
Okay, now you got a critical success. Correct. And with that critical success, you were able to flip over that so quickly that in that move action, you can actually ready your weapon and sword. Sometimes in combat, you'll start combat with your weapons sheath. The reason for that being is after combat, my system normally sheaths your weapons because you're never talking to your friends with your sword in your hand or to a king with the sword in the hand. So it should be put away, and if something happens in the middle of that conversation that does get violent, then you would need to use the action to draw the weapon. Okay?
All right, then I can, let me see if I can move this guy.
I got him over there for you. And now you can see she's fighting a rat. Now, as she comes over, I'm going to send you a perception check as well. This is part of your move. Because when you landed, you kind of slid through some of the gravel and dirt that's there from this breach in the wall.
Yeah.
You see
What are we doing here?
this
I see what you.
come out from underneath the dirt. So
There it is.
Nice.
I'm rolling hut today.
That's what you're for. Nice.
okay. Second here.
The music makes it extra suspense.
What is the DM doing now? No.
Yeah.
Be good, DM. Be good, DM. Good DM shows another one comes out, and as your
double rat.
oh yeah,
I have a feeling there'll be more than 2.
Don't worry, I have a
No.
stick.
Heck yeah.
I'll
I'll
hit
be
it
able to
with my
do
stick.
something. Rav is notably unarmed, by the way.
All right.
One more thing.
Continuing on, how much of my movement did I consume jumping over the barrel?
You did one action only, and you were able to bring your weapon out as well.
Okay, then my second action, I'm going to raise my shield. And my third action, I'm going to strike the closest rat with my longsword.
Okay.
Whack.
Can't be
But
picked
how
already.
do I do that?
Oh boy, there's many.
First thing you do is click on the rat and hit the T button because that'll give you a target around it. You'll notice that your player color that's listed on the lower left-hand corner, for you it's a bright green. The dot will appear above the creature's head so you know you're targeting that one.
There we go. I got red arrows pointing to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, inside of your character, I placed an action for you. If you look under where you would normally attack with swords, you said you're going to raise a shield. You'll notice now you have a use button for raise shield. If you post that, it automatically increases your armor class and notes it in combat so that you can turn around and use a shield block as well.
Yeah.
And that's really key there too because it gives me the ability to use a shield block and automatically do damage to your shield and less damage to you. Do you see that underneath your actions?
I haven't got that up yet.
Okay, it's where you got longsword at and your shield and your
Yes.
torch.
See it now.
Yep, go right below there. You'll see actions
shield.
and there's a and there's a use button. You just click on the use.
Yep. So I'm gonna. I did say I raised my shield, so I'm gonna
Yep.
put that up.
And then I get
Apply
a
effect.
button that says apply the effect to you, which it did. You'll notice that it says raise shield, and your token shows your shield is up too.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. So
Very
you'll
cool.
see those go around your thing, letting you know you have these abilities up. Now, after that, you're going to make a swing in that same area. Now that you've targeted the creature, you'll see your longsword and your strike and +9. The way that reads for the attacks is what you're known as you have a multiple attack penalty or map. And what that means is your first strike, there's no penalty to it whatsoever. Your second swing in your action round is at a -5, and your last one would be at a -10. Some people have modifiers to that, so it may be a different number, but that is the multiple attack penalty for going down that. Also understand some actions like escaping from being tied up, they classify as an attack too. So if you break your bonds and then try to hit somebody with a chair leg, you're actually going to be the second roll to hit's going to be at a -5 because the first attack action was to escape. That's one of the things
I
that's
feel that's foreshadowing.
well, I'm guaranteeing the rats aren't tying nobody up. Unless they stand up and start dancing, which these aren't doing. So go ahead and roll your strike at a +9.
Yep. Leaping the barrel was one action. Raising the shield was the second action. So I only got one more action to do.
Yep, and you haven't attacked yet this round, so you're at full for the hit.
And
Oh,
Oh,
20.
bam! Almost a critical. You hit by 8. Had it been 2 more,
Nice.
that word hit would have been green. In your damage option, you could choose critical. So go ahead and choose regular damage. If you click on that word damage, then it'll turn around and bring up a little dialog box. And that's where I can tell you if there's any added modifiers. Since this is first level, it's WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And I will apply the damage to that creature. Those watching the screen saw it take the 7 damage and could see it in chat as well. And now all of your actions are done, but you still have a free reaction, okay? I
right.
will now roll for this
very
rat.
cool.
And I'm going to move on to Wrath.
oh God.
You skipping me?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
sorry. It did skip over you for some reason, I think. And one thing we have to be aware of is at that top screen, there is an arrow for people to move their turns. If anybody else clicks it and I do, we can double click. So we'll move by people accidentally. Moving back to you for Belmort. Or Belmort, sorry.
But
He does have a
Shoot
nose,
that.
right?
yeah, I do. I'm gonna target this one. And person, I'm gonna. And I sheathed my staff. I just pulled out 2 fingers and cast the spell, so I'm gonna go for that one. I
Please,
don't know how I
please.
target multiple targets.
Okay, the
Oh,
way
that
that
way.
is taken, no, the way you do that is to click on your first target and then hold shift and click the next one. And then if you
Got
right
it.
click, you can choose target icon or just hit T.
That's
Okay.
cool.
So it's gonna be each target. So okay, the first one on the left. I hit him.
Oh
Sweet.
man, we're all rolling pretty good today.
Nice. There we
I'm
go.
gonna roll
Is it all-
terrible now.
Don't
I'll
jinx
roll for a
yourself.
loop.
You'll do fine.
We'll see.
Well,
You got it.
okay, now gotta do some damage for that one. That's one on the far left that he hit with his longsword.
Yep, and it's got partial cover, as it's kind of noted in chat. You still hit, so I will give it the damage.
And now I'm gonna go for the other one.
And the first
did it.
damage was the one in the middle, correct?
No, the one on the far left.
Far left. Okay,
The one that Griffin hit. This is the one in the middle.
gotcha.
I hit it.
Gotcha. I was just
Is that a
doing.
good hit?
Nice. That is a critical.
Nice.
Oh yes.
All right. So I gotta roll. That's gonna be double damage, huh? Oh,
Mhm.
I gotta roll it up here. There you go. Roll damage. It's not giving me. Okay. It's only giving me that. It should be able to hit double, right?
Mhm.
And what's that spell do? That spell does. Oh, critical success also takes 1 to 4 bleed.
Ooh. So it will take
roll the-
the damage you rolled.
What the? True random system. What the?
Oh, that popping up,
Right.
if you guys see that, is I actually use an online tool for randomization of our numbers because since this is a built-in system, not to go too technical, it can roll multiple of the same number in a row. Because it's a flat-based numeric generation system. The others use random air pressures sampled throughout the world and use that as a random number to help our rolls actually be truly random. And if you need more information on it, you can go to truerandom.org, and that's where they keep this at. So,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so
Yeah.
yeah, because the
That one in the
flat
middle
system is a little database, and it's literally a 30-year-old random number generator.
And one in the middle should have taken 10 damage total.
Okay, so you only rolled regular damage and not double or critical?
Yeah, it didn't give me a chance to do.
Oh, okay, no problem. He's dead,
Right.
man. Whatever. Now you can describe how he died. I asked, don't be too gory about it because this isn't Tromaville. But
No, just a gust of wind sliced him in half.
okay, so the wind flipped him over, and you just hear him crunch. Got it. Okay, and that
I'm done.
was your 2 actions, and I think you have a move
3.
left, don't you? 3 actions. Okay.
No, I sheathed my staff, which was 1, and then my
Okay.
casting count is 2.
Gotcha. Normally, putting down and dropping is a choice as well, and that's a free action for in the future. So if you want to just drop your staff, because it's an action to pick it up, and it's an action to pick it up off the floor, so you know that too. But dropping is
Oh, no, I
always
don't.
free, so it doesn't take an action from you.
I don't treat my staff like that and drop it.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Okay, Wrath, it's your turn.
That's
You have the
rude.
blue circle.
Okay. Let's see. Go. One of them is a little messed up. One of them is very messed up. Okay, so I can still have cover.
Come on. I did that with air wrap. That's what you can do with metal. Come on.
All right. I'm gonna. Oh boy. Listen. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. Get a little bit better. There we go. Cool. So that's one. I need to channel. So I don't think. This is probably actually something you guys have never actually seen him do. At least not obviously. Like, he does his metalcraft, but he's like kind of keeps it on the down low how he actually does most of his stuff. Like, again, he doesn't have a forge. So something weird's going on. But I'm going to open up my gate and then blast one of the rats.
Okay. For everybody else, what you notice is the Wrath kind of like moves his feet into a specific stance, as you kind of watch his hair rise up in the air, as you see what looks like bits of broken pieces of metal, like little shards, begin to kind of explode out from him and then orbit him in an area around him. And as these are orbiting, they're making snakes in the air, chains, things like that, but they're not solid. They're just pieces of material as they're flowing around him. You're not seeing them bounce off the walls and do any damage, and you're not feeling them generate any wind, so you don't think they would harm you if you're standing in them. It just has an incredible visual effect.
Yeah, for those of you who are like standing around me, they weirdly flow around you and stuff like that.
Yep.
They don't bump into or hit you. Cool. I can do blast as part of that action, so I'm going to go ahead and just do blast.
Okay, make sure your connect word is up. See it. You can see that your gate's up on you as well.
Yep. Yeah.
When it comes up, you'll see the little circle.
Yeah, I got it. It looks like so cool. Okay, and then yeah, it's on my thing. So we'll just do a single action one for this one. So on the left rat, blam,
Nice.
blam. I didn't see what I rolled.
Ooh, you hit. So go ahead and give me damage.
Okay,
It was a
weird. I
17.
didn't see. Okay, I didn't see any dice. That's strange.
You should. Do you see your roll to hit, or maybe you haven't selected any dice inside the game?
No,
So-
I have.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Whatever.
I saw it roll.
Oh, okay.
Good. I'm glad someone saw it.
welcome to the undocumented features of Foundry.
Yeah. All right. So big old zap. Actually, it shouldn't be zap or whatever.
Yep.
Blam.
Oh,
Did you
nice.
see that dice? Did you see that dice?
Yeah, I
I
saw
didn't
gold.
know.
Okay, we saw the gold dice.
Oh.
When we take another
Okay.
break, if we take another break, you might want to refresh between turns. Maybe something
Yeah, I'll just
got out of sync
that's
with
fine.
your game. Now you have two more attacks you can do, so you can do two more
one
blasts
more I
on him.
can do.
Oh, one more.
It's
Okay.
already-
Oh yeah, your gate
Yeah,
took
I will
one.
do-
Correct.
I will do that last one. Okay. Da-da. Da-da. Yeah, I'll refresh after this.
Missed by
Yeah, I
five.
can't s- Okay, cool.
And if you
refresh
now
real quick.
you can also see you should be able to see in the chat log too your miss, and it'll tell you things there too.
Nope, I
That's
can't
what-
see anything in chat either. That's why it's crazy.
Oh yeah, okay then something's got out of sync with your system. Sorry about that.
No worries. Thank you for being my eyes for that turn, everybody.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
did good.
at that.
Yeah, I got a smack. Shot a chunk of metal into one of them.
Oh,
I
this
think
rat.
that one-
This rat is
The one
not
rat
happy
has been
with
hit by
Theo.
3 different people.
So the rat turns around, and it's going to take a bite at you.
Oh no.
It isn't so.
Who would hit you, and now it's going to give you damage.
There we go. Now I can see him. Cool.
No, this is where I just see the question mark rolls.
Oh, it gave the damage to the wrong creature. My bad. There we go. Okay, at that.
We'll get you a band-aid.
Yeah. And after that, it runs away.
Yay.
Can I grip it?
Now that's where we talk
Absolutely.
about reactions. In this game, unless you have a retributive strike or a reactive strike, which is a feat, you don't get to attack anybody that moves up in front of you or moves by you or even tries to shoot a bow right in front of you or cast a spell. So what they did in this game is they removed the attack of opportunity from other games, from people moving away from you, and said that if you don't have a specific feat or an ability, you don't get to do that attack. Those are only trained warrior kind of abilities or specialized fighters. Okay? So
It's
nope, it
super
runs
rough.
off. You're like, but there's still one right
Rat-
next to you, in between you and Griffin.
You can
Yeah,
run after it.
Didn't Wrath do damage to it? Because it shows that Wrath took damage instead of the rat.
Oh yeah.
Um, I removed that.
Scroll
You
up.
should see it. Yeah, you should see a
Okay.
line through it. The
I
giant
didn't see that, so I
rat.
was like, uh-oh.
And then was there one Wrath took as well? Let me scroll up because my interface
Yeah,
has gone a
there
little
was.
slow too. So I might actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, I'm not showing that one. So that might
his first hit.
did damage to him
Wrath.
instead. Oh, yep, I see it now.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, I'm running
You
a
did
little
it
slow
twice at
too.
this point.
Yeah, so there we go.
It's not targeted correctly for some reason.
It's sometimes it'll get a slowdown, and it depends on the internet speeds. And since we're talking Saturday night, this is Netflix and chill time while everybody else is gaming too, right? So let's be realistic. The internet's pounding. You know, the bars are probably quiet. Sorry, I kind of talked through some of Theo's turn. What are you doing, Theo? You're seeing it run away on its turn. So it got 2 moves away from you, so it's at least 60 feet down this passageway while there's still creatures back here, and you're hearing rustling under the floor just next to you, too.
There's one right here,
Yes, correct.
right next to me.
Correct. And there's one that was right above you that's dead, too.
Damn right, it's dead.
Another great roll.
Snap!
Smack that.
Ha!
Beat that rat up. The rats are losing.
I am so good with my stick.
Oh, you dirty rat.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, he's
Damn
got a
dirty
stick.
rat.
And then I could hit
Takes
him one more time,
No
couldn't I?
damage. He takes no damage. What? That's a tough
Man.
rat.
What?
That rat has been hit by 3 of us. Theo twice. 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah, that's an error on the rat for some reason because he should take that
Oh, that
damage.
definitely didn't hit.
Okay, I'm going to
Oops.
give this rat that damage anyhow. Oh, I know why that rat didn't take any damage. It's got him at the wrong hit points. Now let me give him that damage. Ooh, negative.
It's a legendary rat.
Is it a mythic rat?
There we go.
we get
No,
that?
no. He had a whatever made the chat log a word made that word too, but it's syncing back up. That was your second swing. Is there anything else you want to do? Any spells or anything else like that you'd like to cast?
Not at the moment, I guess.
Okay.
Right now. Yeah, let's just.
Is that rat still alive?
You have one more action available. You could put up a glass shield spell to protect yourself, or move
that's
away
a
from the
shield.
rat so that it doesn't turn and attack you. And in your character,
So-
you did choose a spell that says glass shield under the wands.
Yes, I did. I
If
just
you'd like
need
to use
figure out
that-
how to click on it.
There you go. So you
Did I
classed
do
it.
it? Oh,
Yep,
shit,
it's
yeah.
posted
Sorry.
in chat. It's all right. And then I will drag the raised shield onto your character, and you should see the words kind of scroll above her as well at some point. And now you have the ability that if something does attack you, you can call up a shield block and try to stop
Oh,
it.
okay. That works. Okay, so that's my turn then.
Sounds good.
That explodes too.
Oh yeah, glass shield is cool.
Yep.
One of the players I was running a game for had that spell. I remember that now.
You all see a bubble of energy go around her. All right. We are coming now to Griffin's turn. Griffin, you're sure there's something getting ready to emerge out of the stone right here next to you. You can see the ground bubbling, like it's beginning to bow, to where if you wanted to move over that square, it'd be hindering terrain, and you might fall into anything that's burrowing underneath there.
So
Good.
these cinder blocks are kind of wiggling and pushing their way up.
And beginning to concave on you, too. You can tell the support underneath them's going. And you can hear the kind of like, you can hear this like kind of sound underneath it as well, where you can hear claws on stone.
Oh god, something's digging in.
The rat that we've all been pounding on. How does he look physically?
Actually, everybody should be able to hover over him and see what it says for him on his character. So if you click on him, you'll notice in little green letters, right underneath maybe the 5 foot marker, is the word injured.
Injured.
I can't read it because the 5 foot is half.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a targeting
I'm there
there.
with you.
And I'll see if
All
I
right,
can move it to the
uh,
bottom.
But the ground that rat is on is not.
No, it's not.
Placing.
Right. And you can't move through creatures, so you could move directly above him here. Or you could try to do an athletics jump over that if you wanted to. So you could turn around and say, I'm going to back up about 10 feet, take a run and jump over to this area. Or if you have acrobatics, you could say, I'm going to tumble through. That's one of your acrobatic proficiencies or skills that you can use with your proficiency in acrobatics.
I'm
Yeah.
going to take the swing at the rat that's
There you go.
injured. And once it's dead, I can move through it.
Right,
correct?
you can just
There
step
you
over
go.
its carcass. You're
So
absolutely
first I'm going to
correct.
swing, then I'm going to move.
That works.
So
You
Oh.
well,
gotta hit it first.
gotta hit it first. That didn't work.
Now, if you'd
Okay,
like
I'm
to do
gonna
your
swing
other
it.
attack, you're now using the second of your map strikes.
Okay, so that was going to be at a
Negative.
plus
It's
4
negative.
instead of a plus.
yeah,
Okay,
negative
yeah, it's
4
negative.
now.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, that isn't working. I used up all my good rolls. Okay, then I will simply shift positions. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'm just going to raise my shield.
there you go.
2 whiffs with the sword, and I'm raising my shield.
Okay, then click on this in your actions. You have the raised shield. You can
Okay.
click on that, and that'll do that
Oh,
for
it
you.
went down again.
It does every
goes
round. You have to make things in the game that, like the raised shield or a grapple, need to be maintained every round by you doing the action again, or it drops off.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, I think I'm done. That was quick.
Alrighty. We'll move over to Ben. Ben is going to try to take a bite out of crime. He'll take 2 of his bites.
Oh. Rat.
Yeah.
Must be red.
He missed on the first snap. You dodged away from it. He missed on the second one, and he's trying to run away too. He's going to run back down here. Try to get away.
Does the fact that he's injured make his speed less?
Nope. Things that will modify your speed actually say it in your skills, and that's some of the choices you'll take with feats going up, because some of the feats are like some characters can get a strike that removes 10 from the movement of a creature, and if they hit them twice, they can remove their move by 20. So it's actually feats and skills you choose when you go up, because the difference between stopping it for a second, the differences between other systems in this one is this one has an action economy. So every creature gets the 3 actions and 1 reaction. And normally when it comes to sub-bosses or boss monsters, those creatures, because of the critical system, will usually hit you and hit your party hard. That being that they normally get criticals a lot more than the players do. Because of that, you want to erode their actions so they have nothing to really attack you with. So that if you do things like, let's say the wizard gets to the point he can do a slow spell, the slow spell will remove actions his turn. Instead of it not only just slowing down his actual speed when he goes to move, it removes actions from his round. If a warrior turns around and grapples someone, he actually will immobilize them so they can't move anywhere, so everybody else can move away from him if they want and target. He doesn't incur really a big penalty to them, so they can still strike him easily. And then that makes the creature have to use an escape or an athletics check, which is an action, to get free. And if the warrior should happen to critically grapple someone, they become what is known as restrained. Restrained states that you can only use the escape action to get away. You can't do anything else. And every escape is an action. And every escape has a map penalty too. So the first one he gets to try at his full benefits, the next one's -5 and then -10. So it gets harder and harder for him to break free. And by that way you can control the monsters in the game. And that is the advantage that players have, is if you can erode the monster's actions. At lower level, not a big thing, but if you come across a bigger creature, slowing him down and not letting him take all of his actions is a big thing for your party to do. The reason for that being, restarting the game, is for the DM I use levels of severity. And normally a moderate one, like the rats are moderate, you guys should be able to handle these very fine. If I get to something that is considered severe in this game, a severe listed by the creators of the game is a well-oiled team that all know each other's abilities, and there is still a high probability there will be a fatality in the fight.
Oh,
Right.
Boy.
So but that's where you have your diplomacy, your knowledge skills, so that you can ask me, compared to us, what do we think this threat is? And as a DM, if let's say it's an undead magic casting skeleton, and you have a priest in the party and they make their knowledge religion and they critical it, I could turn around and say, if you go up against him right now, you know that would be an extreme challenge. Extreme would mean it's doable by your party, but you will consume almost all of your resources that you could do in a day fighting this guy, and maybe even some consumables. Okay? But if I was to say to him that it's severe, he would know that if you take this challenge now, there's a probability that one of his companions won't return alive with him. And the problem in the game is when somebody dies, the severity gets even harder for the rest of those that survive. So, sorry, there you go. Now
so
we're on.
all in this together.
Yeah, so Vel's turn. What are you doing, Vel? Sorry, didn't mean to talk over part of your turn, but I'll give you extra time.
It's all right. I moved up to here.
Okay.
I got my target, and I'm done. Voltage, kill, and
Nice.
I go save. There you go. You gotta roll that rat right there.
The one running down the hallway? Yes.
Yep. He's within 30 feet, so I watch electricity fly out of my staff and hit him.
Oh, he fails. Give me damage.
Zap. Only 4. It takes all 4.
Sweet.
And that was my turn because I moved and 2 action casts. Use my staff.
Okay. Wraith, it's yours. And is that how you want it pronounced, or is you want it pronounced Roth?
Double A's, long vowel. Wraith is good.
Okay.
Lady Gaga hit my
Are there,
head.
are there more buddies?
Not that it popped up yet, but you can see the ground in this area is beginning to swell. Sorry, I clicked the wrong area. In this area here is beginning to swell.
Oh boy. Okay. Then I'm gonna take position over here in the horrible pit. Oh God. Oh hey. That's the one that tried to get away. Cool.
He thanks you for providing him light cover.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you have Vel moving his hands your direction and you're moving your hands towards him, so it looks like it's weird gang signals going on between both of you.
Just throwing gang signs.
His is a shocking triple finger, and yours is more of a wave.
Alright, well, since
And a little slap
got
bite.
here, I've got 2 actions left, so I'm gonna hit him with a double 2-action blast boy. So hopefully that works out a little good, and I can actually see my dice now. So here we go. Bam.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice hit. Almost a
Yeah,
critical. You were one away.
Darn. All right. Well, damage should still be pretty good. I shoot a bolt of lightning this time, or not this time again. Okay, damage. 6 damage.
Copycat.
It's like anything you can do, I can do better.
Well, rats can do good against rats.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, you tore down the side of him and you see him collapse. He is
Yay.
dead.
No escape.
That one is
I
dead.
smell fried rat.
Mmm.
Electrified rat. Yeah, electrified
lunch.
rat. Okay, that was one
that's
action from you.
That was 2.
Oh, 2?
That
Okay.
was
Sorry,
the
I
move,
did.
and then
I just saw
to-
that come in.
Yeah.
All right, now turns. It is.
Yeah, the 2 action bonus is cool. I like that.
Okay, it is Theo's turn.
Okay. And we don't see anything else, do we?
Bulge in the floor right here.
Just the floor looking like it's going to heave, but
Can you ping where that's at again?
I will
Right on
make
your
a
left.
rat rise up in
Oh,
it.
look at that.
He's coming out and he will be here this next turn.
What do you mean next turn?
Well, the next round he gets to rise up and do his combat.
Well, that's if I can figure out how to get to my. There it is.
But he is targetable on your turn.
Yeah. If I can just hit buttons.
I love
Oh,
Nice!
Oh, critical!
Get a nice
Alright.
piece of.
that was a slow 22.
Yeah, that was a very
nice
dramatic
nice
roll.
stick smacking going on there. I got a stick and it goes smack. And I will take double damage for that.
And then. Oh,
Smack
oh.
again.
No,
Mm-mm. No.
that's a bummer. Okay, well, I tried.
That's
And
okay.
then-
You did great.
Oh, you might not need to hit it again. Let me give it its damage.
Oh,
Kill
he
it before it
scared
off the
me,
floor.
and I hit him. I hit him out of
Oh,
fear.
no, he did survive. He did survive your critical. So.
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
well,
wait,
that's
no,
my
your
turn.
critical should. No, I don't think it did your critical. Let me do that damage again. I'm not sure he made it. That's why I was
It
checking.
should've
Nope,
been
you.
12.
Yeah, you smashed him down. He's gone. So you hear the rat go as it slowly dies. At this point, you've cleared up the rats and you can see the rest of the area. I'll kind of leave combat going. I'm going to end it but restart it for your exploration activities. Okay?
Okay.
So let me end combat for you. When I end the encounter,
Just like
you'll see I will assign experience points to all of you.
sounds like a hole in
And
the
you'll
wall.
see in the chat, and you'll see a plus add for your character. If you click on that, it'll add those experience points directly into your character and help you level up. When you get 1,000 experience points, you go up a level in this game. That never changes. So in Pathfinder, all the combat, all the encounters, all the challenges are all geared at your current level and how they fit on that weak to severe chart. And then that gives you X amount of experience points, usually 10 times whatever the creature kind of is at CR or close to. And that kind of equates out to what your experience are. So when you add it to 1,000, you go up a level. When that happens on your character, I have a wizard to help you go to your second levels, which will happen during this adventure. We should see you get to about the third level throughout everything that goes on, depending on the choices you make. Okay?
Okay.
So it's just
Because I can't help you if you pick a fight with the town guards and they murder you guys, you know. So
Yeah.
So make good choices.
Is this a natural hole or has it been busted
this
out?
is dug out, and the knowledge on nature, you are very sure that this hole was dug by those rats.
Gross, we found a rat den.
But you also see what looks like drag marks going down. You think. But what I'll require is for somebody to do a survival check.
Wait, can I turn off my...
I'm going to go ahead and roll the encounter, or not the encounter, but the exploration initiatives for everybody. And that way you don't got to worry about finding them.
Now, is that trained in survival?
No, you can just be untrained. I will call it out if it's not.
Can we all roll, or does it just have to be anybody?
Here, I will send it to everybody real quick. I will give you the DC.
Okay.
And I'll just make it easy that way. And it will be a survival check. And then I'll request it from everybody and it'll appear in chat.
Nope.
Huzzah.
See if I can get better at my lap. There we go. People getting good rolls. Good deal.
Oh, yeah.
I got the same exact roll.
Okay, what you see is, you see the crumbled wall and you see the stone, and it was heavily reinforced in this area. It looks like maybe this was a doorway or an archway at one time that had other block that was not of the same masonry work that the original area is that you're looking at, kind of filled in so that you couldn't tell, unless you had a trained eye, that there was this cavern behind it. But you do see the remnants of what you believe is a door that's the identical color and work of the stone. What you see also is this pair of tracks from what looks like the edges of crates kind of drug down this stepped incline that goes deeper down underneath the fishery. The other thing you notice from such a good survival check, and this is actually, Theo, you notice it, there are areas where you can see taloned claws that have dug into the rock to give them the kind of like grip they needed to pull these things or push these crates. You can also see telltale remnants of the rubble was displaced where some of these crates were drug at. Rats wouldn't do that. You know that for a fact. You saw the areas they chewed through the barrels, but actually carrying off or dragging off a crate, you don't think so. The kind of imprints you see there are very fresh. And now I will give you a knowledge nature again. I'll actually send this just to you since you saw them.
Okay.
You will get a request to do another knowledge nature though on this one. And this is a trained knowledge nature on this one. So if you're not trained, you can't make the roll.
But I am, so I can.
Oh, yeah. You think this is like maybe lizard people. Lizard people are said to have claws like that. So maybe there's lizard men down here. You've heard of those. They're these as tall, if not taller than Griffin. And they have like, some of them have like humanoid faces. Others have like alligator faces and stuff. They're like really kind of scary. Big and burly too. So you think it might be them, but you're not sure. I mean, you can always ask others to take a look at it as well.
Okay, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, so if anybody else wants to look at this, I think they're lizard people.
I have an expert rating in perception, but it's not under my proficiencies. It's actually in the ribbon on the left.
That's because of your combat. That's for initiative, and that's based off of your choosing yourself to be an advanced human in athletics. So
Perception?
yeah, not under perception. What I'm saying is that bonus you're seeing to your or to your initiative, that comes from the fact that as a human you chose a subhuman type that actually has a affinity. They're a natural kind of savant, if you want to call it, in certain areas. You chose that of physical prowess, and because you're a unique human, you actually automatically started with a rank, and any rank you chose in that area would be one higher. So that's what you're kind of seeing there. Also, you'll notice as you go up in combat, as a warrior, your expert rating will go to mastery and then go to legendary as well. So that'll move up too, because this is all combat oriented things. But under your proficiencies is different. That is actually just your ability to see around the world, not how quickly you respond to combat. Okay?
All right, gotcha. All right, so it's a nature check that you're looking for, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm trained in nature too. Okay.
Yep, everybody that's trained in nature, I'll let you roll outside of the chart and take a look. I won't send you a list to do the roll. I'll just read them as they come in. Okay. Yeah, you agree. You all totally agree with her. It's probably a giant lizard, man. You know? You know from their really small claw nails. That's what gave it away.
Of course.
Okay,
Well, guys, I suggest that I go first because I have no ranged weapons and I have the best armor.
Okay,
so
you can go in
if you
front.
don't mind,
Fine
if
with
you don't
me.
mind, I'll squeeze through.
Just mine.
I'll take up the back. You guys can go ahead.
okay.
As I make my way down, looks like some mushrooms.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and have you do
Maybe
your
we
move
should
there and
stop right
stop.
there for a second.
Yep.
Yep.
Stop. Let people catch up.
As you're going down the actual steps, they're a little slippery because of the increased amount of moisture. Before Griff actually makes it there, I need you to do an athletics check. I'm going to send that to you real quick. Otherwise, the grade is too wet and too steep for you, and you end up falling, and you could take some damage. So I'll send that athletics to you real
I got
quick.
it already rolled.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a request so that you can be successful or not successful and see it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
How do I do that? Oh, and then I do it over there. Gotcha.
Yep.
Good, because the roll I made wasn't that great.
There you go.
I'll take a reroll. I got a 20.
Actually, you got a good roll, so you're easily able to make it down to here where you wanted to go. I'll put you there.
Stupid rat guano.
Okay. Anybody else following Griffin as he kind of almost did the slip and slide there?
Yeah, I'll go follow.
Okay.
On the turn.
I'll go in turn, and I'll say, Raph, do you want to try going down there, or are you staying up top?
Yeah, I'll go down with everybody as well.
I'll catch you if you fall.
Thanks. Oops, didn't mean to ping.
And I will send you that real quick. Here's your athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
I'm trained in acrobatics, damn it.
Sorry. It's more holding on to the wall because the floor has like no friction grip to it at all. Sorry, that did the roll Griffin again. I don't know why. Let me give a Wrath a roll here real quick.
Yeah. Oh boy, this will be funny.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh,
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I did.
and critical!
Nice.
She like dances that one there. All
Just
right.
like- you know, like when you're on a hardwood floor with like socks. That's what I do. I just slide.
Yeah.
He was doing the ski maneuver. There we go.
That was
So
awesome.
I will send the roll over to Vel.
I should have rolled. I should have rode Wrath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, good jump
yeah,
on my back. Yeah.
On the
Sweet.
shoulders.
This is gonna be funny. I'm gonna have my robe up over my fucking head on my ass going down the stairs.
I'll get ready to catch you. Oh.
Well, not too bad.
Oh.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Told you.
You do make it down with them, but you notice the first step's going good, and then it's like the school mom on the icy steps, man. Woo! Rope goes up, legs go everywhere, staff's doing a twirling baton kind of maneuver as they think they can use the walls to stop themselves. That turns into the clown falling down the ladder kind of maneuver. So we go head over heels, head over heels, head over heels. Unfortunately, that causes you bludgeoning damage, 1 to 6, falling down the steps.
No, I did say I was going to catch anybody if they slipped. Can I do an act?
Yes, you could turn around and try to do a helpful athletics check with a reaction. I'll give that. And if you can make higher than a 15 on that athletics check, you'll give him a +2. That will save him because he's close enough. That +2 would make it, and at the last, instead of face planting at the end of the stairs, you can do that by actually clicking on your character and using the number 1 button on your computer, and it'll bring it up, and you'll see athletics is underneath there.
Yep, I got it.
Speed.
It's called aid.
Aid.
Speed.
Yep, it's in the first
That's
one.
a aid. EF, it's the first one. The macro.
Yep. And then you'll do yours since you were ready at a +2.
I don't see where it's coming up anything.
You should see a little box open up.
It did not. There's a hand that opened up. Oh,
Yeah, it's an effect. Yeah.
aid. What do I click? No, it's giving me a description.
Okay. Then just roll a standard in your character. Go to the hand circular icon, and there you can just do athletics right there, clicking on the.
Yeah, that's where I
athletics
was.
button.
That's where I was going to go.
Yeah. That's always the default place to go if you know what's underneath it, like jump.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nat 20. Well, as he was cartwheeling, you managed to like literally stick your arm out with the shield, and he slams into it. You hear the shield go bong, but it's his staff, not his head. And you're like, you kind of look at him like, really, man? This is not what world-class adventurers that find epic magic do.
I got you back, bro.
Okay. And
More to go.
you make it down. And now, Theo, you're looking at that. Whoa, Wrath really did a that was a double cartwheel. You'd think there was a backflip in there, and something with that staff made it look like a pole vault, but Griff caught him.
I am not going to try and catch her.
You can actually tell that he is wearing blue underwear because that robe did go head over heels.
I knew it.
Okay, well, as long as he's wearing underwear.
You now know the ultimate question. What's under a wizard's robe?
Hey, where's that X card? I gotta put that.
I just put that card down over at my panties.
So I'm supposed to move, or am I supposed to do an athletics check to move?
Yeah, I'm asking if you'd like to go down. Are you going to go down the steps as well?
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm very nervous about doing so.
Here we go. I will send you the request for the athletics check.
Oh my
We'll
god.
send up
Are you guys ready for this?
Yep,
We're ready.
I have a -1 to my athletics, so this will be great.
She was slipping before she got to the hallway.
So the guy.
At least it wasn't a 2.
Okay, so there was this time when Girly Smurfer decided to fall down a giant mushroom. This is pretty much as cute. So there's a cartwheel, there's a big eye, woo, and there's a couple of flips, and then she lands at the bottom. But unfortunately, nobody else was down there to aid. So as you're falling, though, before you take any damage, I will give you the chance to grab the edge of one of those steps. That is an action, or it's a reaction.
It's
We'll
a
check and
grab
make sure.
edge.
Yep, I'll make sure you have it.
Okay. As long as I find it.
I will drop it into your reactions. Everybody has that also. If it's not on your character, I'll add it to your character, or you can browse and find it in the other as grab an edge. And it's everybody's reaction. Should you fail falling out or trying to jump a cliff, it gives you the chance as a reaction to grab the edge and hold on. And then you got to use other actions to climb back up, of course.
Okay, we can't find the grab the edge. So
Look underneath your actions where you would hit with your staff, and it should be down at the bottom of the screen. You might have to scroll down because it's under a list called reactions where your shield block's at.
there it is.
And when you click it, it's going to turn around and open up chat, and that chat will give you the click on climb because that's what you want to do.
Okay. Well, now it won't let me click on it. It just opens it up for me. It doesn't give me a roll for it.
No, when you click climb, the little dialog box that opens up, you'll notice that there is you can attempt an athletics check, and then it's got this weird like square block around it. If you click that, it posts it to your chat like I just did for you. That gives you the roll.
Oh, look at that.
Yep,
Sorry.
that gives you the roll. Yep.
Oh,
Oh no! You were just there.
-1.
You were smiling because you're like, I got this, and then it was boom.
To be fair, I can just blame my bad athletics on my cat that likes to step in front of me.
Okay, so you tripped over your cat as it went. Giggled a little bit as you fell.
That sounds
You
legit.
Looks like you got blue underwear too.
You must be
Ooh.
colorblind. They're pink.
Ooh.
It's the torchlight.
There you go.
Ow, that hurt a lot.
Yeah, just my pride.
Theo's actually taken damage from a rat and from a fall. How bad are you doing?
Oh, you know what?
Let me see where your hit points are at. You should have 2 more. I'm going to adjust that up because it's actable, so I'm going to reload after your turn to make sure my interface is actually working well. And you take 5 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a lot. You do make it down here, but you fell so hard you bounced off that wall right there, not through that wall.
Nobody saw it.
we weren't looking.
Nobody saw it. Everybody was busy.
It was this pink fluff ball with the double-tailed cat whippling through the area, and you actually saw the cat was walking around her body as she was falling to make sure it was never on the side that was going to get hit. So,
That sounds
so
legit.
it rode Theo all the way down the stairs and didn't take a lick of damage.
Now, can I make my cat heal me?
Yeah, it's licking you. It's healing you with love.
No, seriously, it took one of those little feats that say it can do.
Yes, you can use your, yes, at this time, if your cat can do it, you guys literally watch the cat turn around and reach into its little fluffy fur and bring out fluffy, they look like felt Band-Aids, and it's going to apply them to you. Go ahead and roll the medicine.
Sorry.
They got little X's on the felt bandages for the boo-boos.
Okay, I can't open
Uh,
the cat.
No, you do your medicine. The cat, sorry. Hold on. Let me bring out the cat and make sure it's out there with you.
Yeah.
I'll bring it down here. It's right here next to you now. You should be able to see it. He's almost the same
There
color
he
as
is.
the
Yeah, I
background,
see
so
him.
I will zoom in so you can see him. He's right there.
So,
And if you double click on him now, You should see he has medicine inside there as his abilities, and you can just click on it and roll it.
Okay. It just opened another dialog box.
Oh, did it? Let me double check for you
Yeah.
on medicine.
Yeah, much if you want to use this.
Oh, okay. That is where you do the roll from. So when you click on the medicine word +1 underneath your familiar's abilities, it opens up a dialog box that says medicine check at the top in the blue bar, and then your roll +1. Just click on roll, and you should be good to go.
Yep, just a roll in the middle.
Yeah, I did a roll for you, but you can do your own roll. So.
Okay, well, if you did it, that's great because I can't find it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and show that to everybody then.
I just get this 30-foot emanation thing that pops up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's strange. I'm sorry you're seeing that. When you double click on the character, do you see his white character sheet that says familiar level 1, and then it says familiar, and then it says skills, and then when you scroll down to medicine, you have to click on the word, and when you click on that word, it brings up the box.
Okay.
Did that work? Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
that worked.
Yep. So either way, though, he ended up doing his healing to you, but with the familiar, you kind of unfortunately want to do the action. The reason I say that is everybody can see in the chat that she kind of did a medicine check. If you use the basic action macro, the one that's in the 1 button, that actually gives you the ability to automatically roll the healing too. So
The 1 button.
yeah, it's got a little gold diamond.
Maybe you can show me after the game.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe
do
we
that.
could
Okay,
figure
but
it
that
out.
was good enough, so she can the mouse or the cat can do its 1/8, I believe it is.
Okay.
So go ahead and click 1/8, which is the green button at the bottom of your chat bar.
Yep.
And then hit the roll button, and it'll roll it for you.
Nice.
Oh yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
You
feel sorry for me, that's
you
what
see your little fluffy cat spike its hair really quickly like Nurse's hat, and then turns around, brings out felts, and put them all over your boo boo, and it gives you 2 thumbs up from its paws.
Nice.
And then it croaks back its own hair and kind of licks and paws itself to bring it back down. All right, Griffin, it's your turn. What would you like to do? I'm going to go ahead and restart your turn so the clock looks right. So I'm going to move you back for a second and then move forward. That way you have your full 5.
Well, there's
Go ahead.
I'm going to step down here, but it's another step down. Looks like.
Yes, just the last little area, correct.
Is that going
But-
to cause me another?
No.
Okay. And
The area you see that you're in right now, the area you see that you're in is a natural cavern. This has obviously been here for centuries. You can see that it's going down even further into an area ahead of you, and through your torch you can see flickering the lights are these rope-sized threads that ripple off the walls to the different area, and that'll give you a knowledge nature check if you'd like to know what they are. That does take an action if you want to do it.
Yep, I'm queuing it up. Hang on.
Alrighty.
There it is. Nature.
Oh yeah, that's giant spiders.
Yep, I would recognize them any day.
You had your
Oh,
russuses,
hey.
you had your russuses above, and now you have your sussuses down here. Spiders of unusual size.
No, no. That's worse.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'll call back. If you guys are done playing with the slip and slide, we got some spiders up ahead.
I had more.
Okay, and now your last action, do you want to go further? Because you've only done 25 feet so far.
All right, yep, I'll step on. Why is it not letting me go? There we go. Come on. We'll go up to the threads.
Okay.
But I'm not risking getting stuck in them at this point in time.
Okay, as you get up here, you can see that there's dust covering all of the webs, and it looks like they've been here, but they've been displaced. Like a path or tunnel has already been cut through them, going up and to your right, and then also up and to your left. Like humanoidal creatures, at least that big, have been moving through here regularly and tore the threads underneath it, and nothing's really repaired it. But there has been some dust and moisture settling on these webs. Okay, and at that, it's into your turn. And Ray, what are you doing? It's Ray's turn.
Oh, sorry. I will go ahead and start catching up with everybody else. So I'm gonna move here. Yes. No, move down. Oh, why can't I move down?
Let me make sure you can. I'll move you down.
Thank you.
There you go. Mhm.
So here, and then I'll actually stand next to Buddy. Oh, gross.
Okay. And that was 2 actions. For your third action, would you like to kind of like do a search of the area or seek?
Yeah. Do a
Okay.
little.
Let's see. I'm bringing up your character. You don't have the seek action. I'm going to go ahead and put it on your character real quick for you.
Okay.
You should see now under your action area, seek.
Oh, there it is.
And you'll notice in the chat there is a perception roll for you to do.
Yep. Bam. Look at.
Yep, that's a wall.
Yep. I love being underground.
and that's your round. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, they're charging up ahead. You prod the floor a little bit with the staff. It is not slippery down here, so you should be able to easily just slide down that last little bit. And for those that don't know, if the walls prevent you from moving anywhere, you can hold down on the control button, like I'll show you, Wrath. You can hold down on the control button and then click, and then move it again to drag him another, and you'll see that there's actually a junction. And then if you click, it'll make junctions to get around things for you, and I'll bring you back to your area. And then once you're done, the final click with the control released moves you through your path.
Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome.
It's not letting me move.
Okay, I will move you down.
There, go. They're not.
Okay.
I know they're
Oh,
I want to go up here.
yeah, you're wanting to do the move over to here, so that would only be 10 feet for you, not 30. So that is still your first action. You just move up here
Okay,
for...
20.
Yep, so right there would be your move, and that's one action. Do you want to seek as well?
I shall seek into those secrets. That yeah, roll.
Okay,
I said it roll.
that's a good roll. You notice looking around the web something that your friends haven't honed in on. There appears to be a bundle of something over here for sure. You can see it kind of drooping low, so that could either be like A, a nest, or B, something else. And you know what it is?
2 options.
Yeah. Your mind's going directly to the big ass, the spiders of unusual size.
No.
Let's go up there last second.
Maybe this is a dungeon of everything's enlarged.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I just moved up there to get a little closer so I can try
Okay.
to look at it.
Sounds
That'd be
good. And that's your turn. Theo.
I wonder if they're eating Miracle Grow. 15.
It's like Godzilla.
There we go. What is my move? I thought it was 15.
No, you should be a 25 move. Most humanoid characters have a 25 land speed.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna do a move to there.
Okay. Are you going to look around or anything else? Notice a few of them have been looking around the area.
Oh, I suppose I could search. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yep, same thing as a seek. If you don't have it, I'll add it to your character real quick. For those that don't have it in your actions, if you are in your action area and you click the browse button, it'll open up the compendium browser and you can type in seek at the top and drag and drop over to your character. That's true of any of the actions you find that you would like to do. Reactions are things like grab the edge and stuff. And if you if you click on something and you're not sure what it is, if you double click it, you'll notice there's usually a prerequisite. If there's no prerequisite, then you're good to go. The description, or there'll be a bar that says prerequisite have to have X class feature thing. So just so everybody knows.
What is the difference between seek and perception?
Perception is to notice things that would normally be hidden. That could be listening, sounding, or tasting, or smelling things. Whereas seek is you're looking for specific things that are hidden in a limited area. And that limited area can usually be between 15 and 30 feet. And taking that action to do it will give you rolls on things that are normally hidden. Whereas when you do a perception, if it has a level, like let's say it's a perception that you need to be an expert perception at, if you try, I could say to people who aren't an expert, they don't even get a roll. With a seek, you still get a roll. Because that's you kind of filling the wall and you're like, oh, I did find the outline of the doorway here. Okay, even though it might be expert or higher for you to find it. Okay?
Because they both have the same bonus on my.
Yeah, it's just a declaration of what you're trying to do. So, and perception doesn't get to cover everything, but it can. It's still one of those catch-alls.
Yeah, it's like one's passive and one's active.
The other thing, if you're successful on the seek, and and you do that check for somebody hidden or undetectable, you can move them from a chance where you're never able to hit them. Because, let me stop the game for a second so everybody kind of knows this. When a thief hides or a wizard casts invisibility, they go to what's known as undetectable. They go to what's known as hidden, not undetectable. With hidden, you have a flat 5 to be targeting the right area. If they have undetectable, it's a flat 10 or higher for you to even get the chance to roll to hit them. And if you blow the first one after that, you keep going. So the seek ability also gives you a higher ability to narrow down where they're at. And if you're successful in the seek in that small area on your action, I will move them from undetectable to hidden, which gives you a lower flat check for you to be able to notice where they're at and hit them. Okay? And that's where perception comes in and you're hearing them. You know, I can't see you, but I hear you walking over there almost way. Okay?
Right.
That's the difference. Okay, you got up there, you did the look around, you got a good check. You notice that there's something bulging over there too. But otherwise, you're really sure there's no susses living here. There's no spiders. There was, but he's dead. Something killed him because he's not repopulated the area. So you're not worried about there being a spider here. And you do notice, I will draw this for you all because I do this from time to time on maps. You notice the dragged carts. Let me do a line here. Comes off this direction. And that's where you see the drag marks of the crates.
Well, I said dragon. I'm like, dragon? No,
drag marks.
Yeah, my brain immediately went to dragon too. You're all alone.
Dragging. It's my Midwest slur. I do wash my clothes too. I gotta admit that. So you'll catch that once in a while. He's over there washing his clothes at the river. So, okay, Griffin, it's your turn. You don't see what Val's going for, but he seems to be damn well determined. Like he knows there's something over there. You even see the staff's out, and I'm going to poke it with my stick.
Move forward carefully. Is there enough room for a person of my size to get under, between, and through the webs?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I will move forward. And my land movement is 30 because I have the striding ability. I think it's the feet. I have the fleet.
Yeah, your armor may knock it down by 5 as well.
It says 30.
Nice.
A long gate.
Nope, he's got a 5-foot extra move for fleet. That is very handy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's my first movement. I will go a little bit further so I can see around the corner. And I said there was something hanging in this area where I'm almost standing.
Over here, actually. It's right in this area here.
All right. Well, then I will. How come it's not letting me go anymore? There we go. I'm going up there and do a perception or seek or whatever.
Yep, this is a perception now because everybody else has done seek. So I will send you a request for it.
Okay, I'm rolling it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're learning.
Yeah.
You got it right on the button. There is something up there in what looks like a sack of some type.
Like a baby spider egg.
Or a couple backpacks. It could be the leftover bodies of other things that came through here in their backpacks. But whatever it is a large webbed ball.
Okay.
What are you doing?
And that's 2 of my actions. I'm going to try to cut the large web ball out of the tangle with my sword.
As you cut through it, you see the inside of it emerge what looks like a spider. It's covered in dust. You watch one of its 4-foot appendages come out and another 4-foot appendage comes out. As it rises up out of it, and you'll see that it is now entered into the area.
Kill it.
As the large spider goes by.
There we go.
Zap it first, then zap her book first.
I'm out of actions.
Yep. As you see it looks at you, and if it had lips, it would be licking them. Because this thing's covered in dust.
Oh god, his mandibles are chittering. You
Yes.
It's a dust spider.
It's a dust. So I guess my round's gone.
Yep, your turn's and it's Wrath's turn now. And I want everybody to know we're down to our last 9 minutes of the session, but we can pause the fight since this is a campaign. Everything will stay here. I'll pause the game and we'll take off where we left off, and we can kind of reread the notes and chat to know where things and what things have happened. Okay?
What a cliffhanger! I'm going to get eaten by a spider.
It could be. We'll probably have enough time to maybe do this last round before it's the end of the game for the day.
All right. I'm gonna move to here,
Okay, that's one action.
and then same thing as before. Channel my gate. Walk.
Okay.
And then I believe I'm in range. Okay. Let go for the.
Yeah, I believe.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Then I'm going to blast and then blast again, because I get the free one with the channel, and then I'll do another one.
Okay.
Laggy. Here we go. All right. Here we go. First, blam, blam.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. Did you target him?
Oh,
It's okay.
now I did.
Okay, but I see his armor class, and I can see what you rolled.
Yeah.
You didn't get a critical on him, but you did hit him, so go ahead and give me damage.
Cool. Another lightning bolt.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
There we go.
Takes his damage.
Perfect. And then I'll roll the second attack. I've got him targeted this time. Blam, blam.
Strobe light flashes through this dark cavernous area. So it ricochets off the wall.
Yep. That's my turn.
Okay. Spider's turn.
Griffin feels his eyebrows get singed as the lightning bolt zips past his face.
Well, actually, because I was hurt, Wrath has threat from me. I actually use a tool that tracks healing and damage to equal threat.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's going to, and that also makes it use its actions to move towards who has threat too, instead of it just playing like a DM and going, I'm just going to beat the guy in front of me because I got 3 actions. It's a creature. It's going to go after either what hurt it or run away from what hurt it. This one is going to do the first part of its move to here.
Oh boy.
And this would be the point where if Griff had the reactive strike, which he can get later when he gets higher level, he could have taken a swing at it for going by, because that would be the equivalency of an extra attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Not at this point, though.
No.
Ew.
I'll have the feet to magically run away.
Ooh, I hit you by 1. I'm going to give you damage, and you need to make a fortitude save, because you see just this green liquid sliding off of its fangs.
Okay, good. That's my best save. So hopefully, come on. Come on.
Ow.
Ooh, 20?
20.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice. Nice. So the way saving throws work in 2E, for those that aren't aware, is there are things known as a basic save. And if you do a basic save, the way those work are, if you make the success, you take half damage. If you critically succeed, you take no damage. But if you critically fail, you take double damage. And you can take double the persistent damage as well. And persistent damage, to recover from that, is an automatic free action every round. And what that is it's a flat check versus whatever the DC might be, which means there's no bonuses to the roll. You roll it. If you healthily make it, then it stops the effect. If you don't, then it continues the next round. And the damage is always incurred at the end of the round, not the beginning of your round. So you'll always have your full round to try to do something about it if it's getting ready to kill you. Okay? And I want to state that because there are higher level spells that will do 4 die 8 every round, unless you recover from them. Yeah. So there are some mean things and mean abilities in the game. But you have a lot of chances for healing, because everybody can take medicine, and everybody in between fights can treat wounds for usually 1 die 8 to 2 die 8, plus an incredible amount every hour. Okay? Okay, so I did damage, but I only did half. Oh, sorry, the fangs did full damage. The poison's only going to do half. And the poison is 10, and you're only going to take half damage from it.
My body.
And there we go. That was his first attack. He's going to try for his second one using his map.
No.
I need you to be food.
No. Not food. Petra.
Actually,
Potato.
actually, the
That's
one
my
that
first
just,
day.
he doesn't want to forget the one that the one that actually woke it up. So he's going to shoot his web out his rear end at him. So you see a web go shooting back over Griffin to try to lock down that meal. Ooh. I was able to hit you, so you need to make an escape DC of 27 on your turn, or you can't move.
Okay, that's not under, is that under reflex?
You'll notice I posted out there. Yeah, it'll be a reflex. This actually is not a reflex save. It's actually an escape, and I put that out there for on your turn. If you want to move, you have to make that escape check. Otherwise, you're mobilized and can't move. Okay?
Pinned down. Okay, I have to wait for my turn.
Right. Because this happened on its turn. Right, and now it's done, and it's going to move over to Val.
I don't like that creature at all. You must. Oh, it's save, spider.
Ooh, I have save. I will try to do that. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I'm not rolling hit. I'm just.
Success. What is the success effect? You want to
It's
sonic damage?
basic, so it's half.
Okay, so roll your damage, and then I'll take my half. Thank you.
Did you damage too?
Had I failed, you'd have clumsy won me. That's pretty good too. Clumsy's a negative. Yeah. Oh, if I'm wearing metal? Okay. Well, I'm not. Not unless I eat Griffin over there. Then I'll be wearing metal. Serious. Okay, that's his damage there.
I'm gonna move there so I can help him get out of the damn webs.
Okay. And that's your turn?
I'm done.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll do Theo's turn, and then I'll stop it at the beginning of the round and make a note that it's Graf's turn. For some reason it skipped by her. Just a second, let me go back. There we go. Back down to Theo. Theo, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I've been doing very well with the stick, so
You have all those juicy, delicious spells in that repertoire too. That could keep you out of harm's way.
I don't want to. I want to.
You want to smack it with your stick, huh? I'll save spells when I really need them.
She's like walking tall. She got a big old stick. She's just beating it.
Except it's the Frodo Baggins version. I walk tall and carry a mean cudgel.
Okay. Well, that didn't get him.
Okay, you can do one more. Yeah.
Yep.
At 20.
That didn't do it.
Okay. At that, I'm
Okay.
going to go ahead and pause the game. I hope everybody had a great time, and I'm running this every Saturday, so feel free to hop back in. If you can't make the next session normally in my chat channels in Discord, I will let everybody know Saturday session for Pathfinder's Tales. Sound off if you can make it. That's normally my way of sending out over Discord a request for people to let me know I can make the session or can't. And I don't need any explanations why you can't. I understand IRL takes precedence 9 times out of 10, so, you know, and that 10th time only because we're forgot we had a real life issue that we had to take care of. So,
Okay.
This is every
All right.
Saturday.
Hey, I
Yes.
learned a lot. I had a good time. Thanks, guys.
Yep, every Saturday at the same time. So this will probably run 3 to 5 sessions. And so everybody else knows this is kind of precursor to Abomination Vaults, which can take the characters all the way to 10th level. So, and I got to see how people really feel about that, and if they're going to run it all the way through. Otherwise, if I do run it, it gives people who have played with me in the past a vault of characters, so they can always go back and revisit a character if they want to and join that sometime. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Well,
Well, thanks everybody.
Nice meeting y'all. Catch me
yeah,
next
pleasure
time.
meeting y'all. Hopefully see y'all next week.
Yep. Have a good weekend, guys.
See
Thank
ya.
you. Ooh, bio break. I got to go. Was that fun? You were whacking things with your stick? You have a stick. Don't get mad at me on it. Especially with that spider. It's poison. And then you can do that glass shield all the time. Because it's like you got, and it's cool because it does that extra damage to them too, you know? If you do a shield block with it and they break it, they get cut by it. Yeah, oh yeah, actually that's what the other guy was playing too. He's like, oh, I played a character that had that too. The fellow that's a bit blaming. He's fun to hear do his actions. Do. Because I'm going to have cake in 7 days. Or 8, whatever it is. Did you hear, Tim? You're going to be running this every week. Well, I am for the next 3 or 4 sessions. But as soon as you guys get through some of the get to the content, I'm going to cliffhanger it with the stuff leading up to the Abomination Vault, right? The Dustlight Adventure. And then, kind of say, that's going to carry the characters on. I just don't, what I'm going to tell them is, I'm going to be doing it later on. So like the end of this year, beginning of next year, right? And say that, actually I'll probably do it middle of November, I'll kind of call it out. And I'll say, just watch and keep you posted. And any of those guys that are in my chat, I'll post that I'm going to be allowing signups for it. But, I'll say, I'll just send the start playing link, which will say it's a pay-for-play game. I don't know, the little gummy gave me a nice buzz. I said the edible gave me a buzz. Did you get one? You didn't get a buzz at all? Well, I'm glad. Okay, well, I'm glad you're at least able to stay playing now. Sorry it was such a high ping day. Nope, nothing much it wasn't though. Did I sound pretty clear? Okay. I was using the old webcam. I just wasn't sure if my voice was choppy or anything. How? Put the butter on the inside?
No, I made 1 extra butter.
Well, that's okay. No, don't put it in there buttered. Because we can eat it and the butter will actually soak the bread and make it rot quicker. Well, don't put it in there. I'll just eat it. No, because I like buttered bread. What, you never ate buttered bread? Shit, I used to eat it with... I used to eat it with fucking just mustard and shit. I'm like, oh yeah.
No, you're gonna come out of the kitchen.